today.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Detdet and Dragons, Tokyo 1999. We are here with our
I forgot to mute the stream.
we're here with our friends and heroes, Liger, Barry, Kersha, Sa, Hirimi, and Ray. Human is
Hello.
unfortunately a little hung up at the moment. She will be joining us here in a little while. Until then, Liger, would you like to introduce yourself? Let people know where we can find you, and also tell us your character.
Hello, my name is Limitless Liger. I stream on Twitch, variety streamer. You can find me on Blue Sky, Limitless Liger as well. And I play Tsuyoshi Saito, Sovereign of the Night Realm, and holder of the Abyss Eye.
Incredible.
I love how even you can't help but laugh when you're
I think that it's really funny that there's enough shame.
Time.
Like there's enough shame left in your heart where you can't say it. You can't say it without like a little bit of like.
No, I was laughing because I realized halfway through I'd lost the voice. I need to get it back.
Okay.
Oh
gotcha.
yeah, you need a trigger phrase of some sort. That's usually what makes it work.
But also make sure you're not. But also make sure you don't say it on mic because I had to I said I got caught kind of whispering "top of the morning" to you in an Irish accent while I was doing an Ace Attorney stream with Eddie one time, and she never let me live that down. Anyways, Barry, would you like to introduce yourself? Where can we find you, and who are you playing? Yeah, that's right. Get fucked.
What do I have to say? Hi, I'm Barry. You can find me generally on the internet with the name Yumberry, sometimes with IE at the end because someone else has already stolen the regular version.
Yeah.
And I am playing Connie Young, the magical girl barbarian who definitely doesn't know what she's doing at all. Woohoo!
Fantastic. Kersha, would you care to introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, I'm Kosha Marashino, or Fiend, or Phoenix, or many names. I am playing Michi, the law student who definitely isn't anything else. And you can find me on the internet in various places. All of my Twitter accounts are gone, but there's also Blue Sky. Once upon a time, I made things. Yeah. Anyway.
Fantastic. Sa, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
How's it going, everyone? It's me, Sai. You can find me anywhere at SAACOOL, and I on Twitter because I don't have the L there because someone has the one without. Anyway, yeah, I'll be playing Kitaro Chiyoda, the totally hinged scientist character. Yeah.
I think the funniest part about that is you've kind of implied that you were a little a mad scientist, but other than your startling lack of research ethics, I think that you've been pretty level-headed so far.
Nah.
Hirimi, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Been playing the straight man, honestly.
A little bit,
Someone
yeah.
has to.
Hirimi, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Hello, everybody. I am not just the hero. I am the main character of this story. You can find me in most places at Hirimi. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Hirimi, or twitch.tv/StrugglePunk1, or twitch.tv/StrugglePunk3.
Still fucked.
And I am playing.
Oh,
no,
wait,
that's
you
lazy.
have one?
No, that's lazy.
Oh,
That's lazy.
Right, okay.
Get it right.
I know Barry has 5, but
And I am playing the mixed Japanese-American character Christopher Watarjihara, one of the harbinger of the dimensional merge, and father and owner and copyright holder of Chex the Gecko. The Charizard Gecko. Excuse me.
Yes,
I did.
The Checo.
Chex did give me a Father's Day present in the form of a medallion.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh! Shut up.
Heartbreaker of the dimensional merge. I mean, listen, you don't know that. You don't know what he's been up to. Ray, go ahead
and Heartbringer. Heartbringer. Oh my god.
Ooh.
I'm going to talk about it, but it's
H and H.
The relationship we were talking about.
Oh no. Ray, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Hello, I am Ricochet Ray. I am an Eldritch Monstrosity VTuber. You can find me at Ricochet_Ray at Twitch and Ricochet Ray on Blue Sky. I am playing Ayamu, who is probably like the straightest man of all of these weirdos. He is just a crime boy monk.
Ironic.
Incredible. And with that, last time on Tokyo 1999, we kind of wrapped up our last of the kind of split investigatory sessions. We had we were investigating the Yakuza ties into the incident that happened at the local high school, which resulted in 2 dead men, a cursed doll in the occult room club, the occult club room, and a few, more than a few loose ends kind of wandering around. Uh, Yumu managed to reconnect with a a very close friend of her father's from back when he was still alive, when he was the head of his own Yakuza clan. And she got introduced to Saburo Kiposhi, head of the Kiposhi Syndicate Yakuza clan, one of the major crime powers in the Tokyo underworld. It was a fairly unconventional meeting, which led to more than a fair share of information getting passed both ways, and led, most surprisingly, to Ayumu receiving a job offer. With that, all of our heroes are kind of arranging to kind of meet up and figure out what each of them has figured out over the course of these last few days, and where exactly are our heroes meeting.
That's a good question.
Yeah, just like nothing
may
else
I
happened
point-
last
Detdet,
session.
yeah.
Dettet.
Yes.
Something before that?
Oh no. Oh yes, I'm sorry. I my bad. We are actually going to cut to a small scene that we had to sideline because we had a couple people with schedules where they had to take off a little bit. We are going to cut to a scene in Earth Angel, a Okama bar in the Golden Guy district, where Michi and Kitaro are kind of left holding the bag in terms of not looking suspicious. While Michi has to sing a ton of Enka songs.
I've
Yeah,
apparently
so,
been forced to sing one myself.
Yeah, so what I'm told happened was that Michi and her unfamiliarity with technology, when she tried to program one song, she programmed something like 7.
Mhm.
So
That
she was
that
stuck
was
there
the
for at least 3.
That was the excuse that we
She-
used to keep you there while everything else was going down.
I see. She forcefully dragged Kitaro up to sing a couple because she wasn't going to sit there and do this by herself. Also, it would be weird if she's meant to be hanging out with this person, but also just got up
Okay.
and did 7 songs.
Can we
So,
say
yeah.
that I do the one song and then I'm like, wait, I can just turn this thing off? Like,
Yeah, like you managed to find the clear
Yeah.
cue button.
okay, yeah. So I'll go ahead and start. So I'm returning to the bar. I'm gonna guess
Yeah.
Michi's
Mm.
stuck around.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to my briefcase, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
Your briefcase is still there. No
Okay.
one took your briefcase. Kumachi
Okay.
got out of it a while back, and then has not hasn't really messed around with it past that. Kumachi's sort of kind of recuperating inside at the moment.
Okay.
I thought
So
Kumachi went to karaoke
Do you-
with me and Connie.
Kumashi's
yeah.
with me.
Oh yeah,
He's with
Kumachi's with you. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place
It
a
was
little
the
bit.
doll that got put into the briefcase and the
Yes.
doll that broke out of the
I couldn't
So
remember.
offended.
I couldn't remember if Kumachi had met up with you guys again, or if he was hanging back at the bar. That's my bad.
all right. So having been dragged onto karaoke has shaved away a little bit of the hesitance. So
And I'm assuming
Kitaro's
both of
approaching-
you. I'm assuming both
Yeah.
of you have a couple drinks in you at this point. Like you guys have been at the bar.
Most
You've been ordering some stuff.
Sure.
We might have
think-
moved. We might have moved to sit somewhere a little away from the mama. I think.
Yeah,
Just
there's
so
a
Yeah.
we've got a little more privacy.
All right. So
I think to maintain immersion, y'all should actually sing a few karaoke songs real quick.
I agree.
we'll do that off stream.
Incredible.
I want to get
Those-
away.
Oh, I'm about to say how bad. How bad do you want that inspiration?
Not at all. Okay. Yeah. So Michi, I wanted to thank you for bailing me out of that room. Although I do think I heard probably too much. Oh.
I was going to ask if you'd learnt anything.
I need to triangulate with the Yumu before I say anything more.
Right.
Sorry.
R-
Y-
That's fine.
you know,
Um,
I've kind of been avoiding you since since how we met was a real wild time.
yeah,
What with the anatomy
I think
models.
I misjudged you in that moment, and I'd like to apologize for that.
No biggie there. That was real. A lot was going down, and frankly, I still don't understand exactly what happened.
Mm. I want to give you a chance. You're an
Yeah,
inventor of sorts, right?
that's it. Yep. I that's my calling.
Mm. I'm interested in what invention you can lay claim to.
Kitaro's thinking back because obviously he has his main source of income, but he's put research. He's done a lot of research, so it's hard for him to nail exactly what this could be.
Like you've
Uh,
also done a lot of magical research, and you're kind of like that's where this is heading, right?
uh, yeah. Let's okay. Sure. What? I don't know that I can give you that many. I don't know if I can tell you anything you especially need to know, but just hit me.
You created a stabilizing agent for explosive compounds, correct?
Uh, and Kitaro's like hesitant here. That is his biggest patent. So it's not a surprise that that's come up, but it is sensitive a little bit. Yeah, that's actually uh, yeah, I did that with an explosives company, not giving the name. Uh,
An explosives company.
or sorry,
Ashitaka Materials Conglomerate?
uh, sorry, I said explosives company. That's not
It's
right, is it?
it's a
No.
materials. It's a mining.
Manufacturing. Yeah. Okay.
It's a
Mm.
zaibatsu. It kind of has a bunch of hands and a bunch of pies. But yeah, materials
Yeah.
mining.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons why they approached you specifically.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like
So
Sony. They make weapons and they make video games.
yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah, Ashitaka. Are you familiar with them?
Not as familiar as I'd like to be. I'd like to know more about them. Actually,
I
I'd like
can't.
to know everything you know about them.
Man, Kitaro's hand behind his head, like shaking a little. You know, I can't say that I know much about them. Is there like a history check I want to do, or should we just roll it? Just keep rolling.
I don't say like you've worked for them before, but it's obviously one of those things where like you didn't really care much about the company itself, more or less, versus like what they can give you. Go ahead and roll me a history check. Yeah.
Why not? All right. Rolling. That is let me see. That's 16 total.
16 total. You know that they have a bunch of. They've been buying up a lot of mineral rights in Japan. They've been expanding their businesses quite a bit. That's one of the reasons why they approached you in the first place, is because you're stabilized. You remember them kind of explaining it to you. You weren't you were being polite when you were listening, but you still remember them mentioning that this expansion requires a lot of transportation of very volatile explosives that can be quite dangerous and needs to be handled with a degree of care that would kind of slow down their schedule to a point where it's kind of unacceptable. They explain that your stabilizing agent is like kind of the cornerstone of their expansionary plans in this field. And one of
All
the reasons
right.
why you were able to negotiate, the kind of like payments and like the consistent loyalties that you have been receiving.
So Kitaro's not quite able to guess what's being asked about. So, yeah, I don't know too much about them. I can tell you a lot about the calcium silicate that I've stabilized their explosives with, but besides
Hmm.
that, I don't know what to tell you.
Is there any way of destabilizing that calcium silicate?
Well, no, well the whole point is that they're stable up until they go where they need to, you know, and then obviously they'll set them off, but uh,
So here's the thing. I come from a rural area, and Ashitaka are attempting to open mining operations near my home. I need your help stopping them.
uh, okay. Is there a reason? Are they being especially nefarious there? I feel like it should be pretty straightforward to negotiate land permits.
I'm not sure you understand the gravity of the situation here. Michi just kind of sighs, annoyed. So, okay, come with me. And
Oh,
Michi gets up and leaves the bar.
I'm. He thought I was following, but just glad that she didn't like grab him.
The,
Again.
you guys kind of hit the streets. It's still nightlife. Like the bars are bustling. You got a couple drunks like kind of swinging their way. Some of them, you got a couple people like singing off key to like karaoke in their heads, like as they're walking on by.
Hey, do
The
they?
mama shouts like you have a good night, you two. Like as you guys like leave the bar.
Yeah, sorry I
Do they
couldn't leave
pass
you that
a
20.
certain group of drunks?
No, no,
Oh,
no,
man,
no,
I
no
love
one, no one's,
that.
no one's sticking out this time. Listen, I'm not going to run the bit into the ground.
All right,
Wow.
Nero,
We love them.
Only
We want them back.
Wait, what's this certain?
Oh,
no, wait, never mind. No, my
you know
character
what?
doesn't
You
know.
know what? Fine. As you guys kind of like move past the alley, as you like guys start to like move to leave the Golden Guy district, unless you happen to be wanting to stay there.
I'm,
Like
I'm,
a group
Michi's.
of. Oh, go ahead.
I say Michi's just looking for a relatively private alley, even if it takes a couple of turns to find one.
Okay. Well, actually, then you probably want to be going deeper into the Golden Guy district. There's a couple of alleyways and stuff like that where you can be a little bit more private. Like it's a bunch of like very cramped, very narrow alleys. There's not a lot of space for multiple people. So like, I mean, even if it's one of those things where like it's so narrow that it's like hard to get mugged back there.
So narrow, it's hard to do a mugging.
Yes,
oh hey,
that's
that vending
how
machine is
narrow
full
it
of
is.
panties. That's
Well, I mean, it's mostly pornography, but there might be a couple like
mostly pornography.
I mean,
Mostly-
that was the
mostly-
fuck because it's yeah.
I'm just going to
Listen.
say that Michi is not going to do this near a vending machine full of
Full
panties
full
or
pornography. Okay, gotcha. Okay, we'll go ahead and like put that into like the mental calculator here. But as you guys are like kind of walking around, you pass a group of 3 drugs, going like, man, that guy was so fucking cool, and then like. He's got that like that girl was like fucking like they were gonna fuck, right? Like I'm not crazy, right? Like she was like she was like had him in his arm, like she was crazy. That man's gonna break his fucking hips.
Smells like a bear was brutalized here.
I changed my mind. I hate you, Detdet.
Wait, this is what you wanted. This is what the bit was.
That is the bit we left off
You guys
on,
asked
wasn't
for
it?
this.
Yeah, it was.
Mm.
Anyways,
All right.
Anyway.
so you guys kind of like after that interruption, you guys managed to find like a pretty a pretty quiet alley.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's
So
wrong about them? What do they do?
Okay.
Or-
So Michi's gonna. I want you to keep this to yourself. Okay.
All
Can
right.
you do that? So
Hesitant but going
Sorry.
along. Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw Barry's message in the chat. They aren't gonna fuck. Connie is tired.
I see you guys are having fun.
She jumped off a building.
Yeah, she jumped off a
did.
build. She jumped off a building and then caught like Tsuyoshi like it was nothing.
Sounds like the side
Um,
characters had quite an episode.
Oh yeah, no, it was. Listen, there was a lot that happened
I'm
last
just saying
time.
everyone needs ship moments with everyone, so
Mhm.
we'll take that.
Okay. All right. So Michi pulls out of her pockets. Michi pulls a set of keys, and she detaches one key ring. That is the. It's like a small mask with a long nose. It's very small. And she just presses it to her forehead. And then there is this enormous burst of wind that kicks up enough shit that most people would sort of lose track of what they're looking at. And you're also while this wind is blowing, you're also being pelted with what seem to be dark feathers.
There's also like,
and when you look up again,
well, I was just saying that there's also like there's a lot of paper rolling around. You hear a lot of like clinking of glass bottles as they're rattling in their cases, and like some of them rolling loose around the alley. Like it's a big it's like a big commotion, but it cloaks very well whatever you're trying to like do in the moment.
okay. When the wind clears, what you see standing there is it's Michi, but she's at least a couple of foot taller, and she's wearing a mask with a very long nose. The eye holes of the mask are just fire. There's nothing else you can see behind them. But the main thing is she has 4 large crow wings sticking out of her back. And she's also holding a sword.
Kitaro's looking around in alarm. Oh, I didn't realize you were that tall.
That's
That's your.
Like, wow, tall lady.
Tall lady.
big lady.
He
So,
really did just
all right.
say, "I want to see you turn into a giant woman."
Incredible.
All I wanna do.
Yeah. So Michi goes on to explain. I am a Tengu of Mount Oyasugi, and yes, Tengu are quite tall. Mount Oyasugi has been our home for thousands of years. Oyasugi is also the home to Okoni Nushi, the head of the Kuni Sakami and the original ruler of the terrestrial lands. He is our deity, and we guard his resting place. Ashitaka Materials Conglomerate has coveted Mount Oyasugi for some time. They refuse to recognize the mountain as a holy place, despite our attempted entreaties, and instead just see mere iron and stone. My clan, alongside the mountain itself, were able to ensure exploitation of Oyasugi was too troublesome and costly for Ashitaka. Until recently, when they obtained a powerful, efficient new explosive that made mining operations on the mountain far more economically viable. I need you to really pay attention to this next bit. Okuninushi is intertwined with Mount Oyasugi. For the purposes of your understanding, they are one and the same. If harm is done to the mountain, harm is done to our god. If our home is cracked open, plundered, and stripped bare, as Ashitaka intends, Okuninushi may cease to exist. If nothing is done, you will have had a direct hand in the execution of a god. To say that god slayers are unwelcome in the unseen lands is an understatement. And like, Michi's sort of just like walking up to Kataro as she continues here. As it stands, the fate of your soul is no different to Tsuyoshi's, unless you do something about it. Are you going to help me or not?
So Kitaro started off pretty shocked by the henshin, and then the at least the direct Ashitaka Materials isn't on the up and up, and they're coveting the mountain. But now he's puzzled a bit. Listen, I only provided I only made it a little. He's wrong here, but yeah, he has enabled this.
Okay, hang on. If you are stuttering like I just, Michi grabs the front of your shirt and pulls you in a bit and says, basically says, you are a direct part of the chain. You like there are others responsible, but all of you are going to end up somewhere very unpleasant. Do you understand that?
Yeah. I see. Okay. So, Kitaro has not been confronted with the direct consequences of his research before. This is definitely like it's taking a minute to process.
It's gone from like something that's very academic and sort of like, yeah, more efficient mining explosives and more like, you know, it's more stable. It means there's going to be less accidents. Like, to your knowledge, you thought you were saving lives.
Yeah, this is a point of pride for Kitaro that is being picked at.
I understand. Michi lets him go and just says, "I understand you might need a minute. We can talk about this tomorrow." And she pulls the mask off and shifts very quickly back into her normal quote unquote form and just leaves.
Kitaro looking at his feet, at the broken glass at his feet. Well, shit.
And
I didn't even get special powers for going to hell. Darn.
Yeah, this is like this is actually like a much rawer deal than Tsuyoshi. Hello, human.
Hi, human.
Hi, human.
Oh, you know what? Putting it like that's kind of
Human.
fair.
When you
know,
get
I
it,
did
when
get
you-
cash out of this.
when you get a
Yeah,
chance,
yeah.
human,
You just got straight cash.
human,
You
when
made
you
it
get a
rain.
chance, do you mind swapping your reactive over to the to your character
Oh.
reactive?
Oh crap.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're good. Just whenever you get a chance. As far as what you've missed so far, human, Tsuyoshi, Kimichi and Kitaro just had a little bit of a scene that would have normally taken place. That took place like towards the end of last session that they just weren't able to stick around for long enough to be able to like do. basically, Michi has revealed to Kitaro that she is a Tengu. Outlined the sort of like her stake in like Ashitaka materials conglomerates, and like the wider divine consequences of the mining operations there, namely killing the head of the terrestrial gods, Okoni Nushi. And how if this goes through, Saw is very kind of directly responsible for the death of the god, which probably is sending him straight to hell.
Kitaro.
Oh no, Saw!
Kitaro,
Kitaro.
Oh.
you want to be hell buddies?
lot of-
boys
All
head
people
out
in
to
the
hell.
city are going to hell.
It's like a
Excuse
solid
me,
third.
We can rule this land.
The going to hell part is not so much Kitaro's worry as the people who are being harmed by this. You know,
Aw.
hell is not
that's
that
noble.
It's
I
Jigoku.
mean, hell is not that bad of a thing in Shinto. I mean, it's fine.
It's probably pretty bad.
It's like kind of like a Naraka type thing where it's like, no, this is the punishment place.
It's bad in like a whatever, I'll deal with that later sort of thing for Kitaro.
You and
at
me,
least.
Kitaro, we could rule hell together.
Oh,
Well, I mean that is
see.
the plan. I don't know if I need to join you. To do that.
I just really like the casual admission that like we're just going like Kitaro's end goal is like the company from Doom.
Listen, just like what I'm
the
gonna do when
efficiency
I
of
go to hell in
humanity
real life.
cult.
Damn.
All right.
All right, so that's that scene. You guys kind of like Michi. I'm assuming you kind of like transform as you walk away. You transform back into like your
She said
glamour
yeah.
as you walk away. And
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm assuming you like kind of take a walk to de-stress. Like how are you feeling in the moment? Because this is like the first time you've actually revealed to anyone else that you are a Tengu in the city.
Yeah, Michi's like hands are shaking if she's honest, but you know, she's trying to be cool.
It was a big outburst of emotion. This is a lot of stress that you've been under. This is like the guy seemed to not care. You were angry.
Yeah.
Kitaro,
Yeah,
I'm assuming that you are wrestling with a bunch of stuff at the moment.
Yeah. I'm wondering how I'm gonna cook this.
I can make this work. I can still win. This is how I win.
All right.
I'm the
Yeah, this is the
explosive
thing to
boy.
understand about the
I'm
unseen
the one
land.
who
So, like,
wins.
there's a lot of former gods living there, and like, Akuni Nushi is like he's pretty popular. People like him. If you
Yeah,
kill
he's
him, like
not a
it's
bad
not so much
guy.
that like, yeah, it's not so much that like you're damned to hell. It's just like when you get there, everyone's gonna be like, oh, you. It's gonna
It's
be
like
very unpopular. Person.
you've just murdered everyone's cool old grandpa that's always been there to kind of help out. Yes. So with that having wrapped up, and most of you guys having finished all of your investigations, with the exception of the like the orientation meeting that Christopher, Tsuyoshi, and Kitaro have scheduled for later, like for the next day. You guys all end up kind of making arrangements to sort of meet and discuss your findings so far. Where do you guys decide to meet?
That's a
This was
good
whole
question.
litigation.
We were still arguing about it.
It seems like it was like you guys were talking about it in like the Discord chat. It seems like you guys were torn between the temple, the occult club room, the occult club room, and potentially Junko and Connie's house if you guys decide that the other ones aren't an option.
I mean, listen, I stand by McDonald's.
McDonald's
There's
is
no
also very much.
McDonald's
into the
There's so
temple
many
yet.
McDonald's. You guys could rotate every time you guys meet up. You guys could go to a McDonald's and rotate McDonald's and never go to the same one twice.
Wherever we go, I think we should still invite Akko, no matter what.
No, I want.
Okay, sure, why not? We do have her number.
Connie would
obviously.
definitely advocate for going to the temple, or at the very least having Akko come, because Akko said she was going to do some research.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
I would. Michi would probably lean towards the temple, also just because the occult room now has many reasons to have bad vibes.
Yep.
So,
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Lager, you're here.
Okay.
We gotcha.
I don't know what you mean. Club room's great vibes.
The vibes
There were
are
two dead
immaculate.
bodies.
The two
Like-
The
murdered
temple
people.
does.
yeah.
It now is
temple-
steeped in the occult.
There,
That's true.
there's no way that whatever cover up happened, whatever powers that be behind that, like aren't paying attention to that club room.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I am
Yeah.
vehemently
Yeah.
against the club room, or at least the
Okay.
buildings.
Yeah, I think that the government and I think that the club room is the one place they know I might be, so maybe avoid
But-
that place.
The temple's a good place to meet. It's neutral ground and it's hallowed ground.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Just like
We
in the
do
movie.
know that the temple works
can't
directly
control
with the government, though.
Yes, the temple
Yeah,
does
they're
work
kinda
directly with the
nerds.
government, but I will point out that Junko is a chosen of Amaterasu. That the Tokyo Daijingu Shrine is a shrine dedicated directly to Amaterasu. Like they have like shrines to other deities there, but the main temple itself that is Amaterasu's place. She as much as like she is not like technically part of the hierarchy there, she has a lot of sway.
Which means that she could reasonably
Mhm.
guarantee that like she wouldn't be observed while she's there.
There are certain assurances.
Yeah, and I assume with the thing about them working for the government as well is that there's a little bit of like there's a little bit of separation, I suppose. Like they're not just going
Mhm.
to directly report
step
everything they hear.
removed.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
one of those things where like from what Tanaka said when he said that like yes I'm unfortunately this is one of those things where I do need to report this to the government. It was very much a situation where like a very potentially dangerous force had been made aware, like he had been made aware of a potentially deadly dangerous force from what is, despite the fact that like they had like a kind of a good rapport up until that point, an unknown person has come into like a great deal of power. This is something that the Japanese government does need to know about. He from what you guys can tell, he did genuinely regret having to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's another thing is that like he wants to follow the law, and it seems like we are doing clearly does not follow the law. And
He doesn't have to know that.
I wouldn't. If we discuss it in his house.
Okay, so it was proposed.
To be fair, Tanaka is not
Tanaka's
necessarily
not around.
Well,
right?
I will also say there is. Listen, you guys can like. Junko definitely has enough sway to be able to get you guys like a meeting room, and it's not like Tanaka. Tanaka came by because you guys specifically had questions and you needed a diagnostic done, and it was one of those things where he was meeting everyone. Yeah, it was not like he is going to go and join you guys every single time you need a room to be able to discuss some stuff.
I also feel like there's an element of like he knows how these things tend to get done and fixed is not always via what the government getting involved.
Yeah, this the whole
he was part of an adventuring party as a kid. I'm certain. So
yeah,
he knows how this works.
The prequel to Tokyo 1999.
Yeah. Tokyo 1989. Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's 19. Michi, come on, it's 1969. Let's go. Let's be
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
for
Yeah,
real.
my bad.
Let's be so for real right now.
Okay, we're doing the temple.
Especially because we can just flip the 9 and then just make it a 6, and then we have the easiest Photoshop job of anyone's life.
I will also say that like just from a Doylist perspective here, the temple is a good setting. We have a good character to muck around with there in terms of an NPC. I think that's the cool place to be.
All right,
let's not waste Detted's efforts.
So let's move forward.
Let's go to temple.
All right, so so you guys kind of make plans to meet at the temple. Junko, I'm assuming you're you call ahead to Akko to let them know that hey, we're gonna need a room here tomorrow afternoon.
Absolutely, yeah.
Gotcha. Akko
Akko
takes the call. It's like, yeah, we'll have something set up. Do you want me to join you guys, or do you want to? Or is this like a private like you guys are doing like a school thing or like?
Yes.
Do
Akko, please.
Because I don't. I mean, like, listen.
I'm not aware of this
You join us.
conversation happening.
That would be
for the
great.
record.
Fantastic. All right, I'll make sure to
they have a crush on.
like.
Yeah, can we have Akko join our camp so she can like join the party in like Act 3 or?
I see how. Well, listen, don't worry about that. Akko just like, oh, thank God. I was really hoping. I had like shrine cleaning duty tomorrow afternoon, and I was really, really hoping to have an excuse to get out of that. I will absolutely make sure to get that set up for you. And then you guys, chat for a little bit, and then she hangs up. And then yeah, so you guys are. It's the afternoon. It's a school day, but it's one of those things where like none of you guys have classes in the afternoon.
I do my homework.
You do your homework in the morning, Tsuyoshi. Once again, you're being very responsible about it. Ayumu, you don't have any jobs
soon. Everyone stay on top of it.
Ayumu, your job, you're like your contact Z. From I think that was his name.
Yeah, it was Z.
Z. Your contact Z. With your gang. Has been oddly quiet recently. Like you informed him of the job and like how it went off and like you got your payment and stuff like that. You guys, you did your usual dead drop. You got your cut. Things have been normal on that front, but he's been very quiet recently. He hasn't really contacted you in the last 2 or 3 days, which isn't necessarily uncommon, but you should be expecting a job by this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ayamu's gonna just be like assuming that he has some new prospect that he's looking into right now.
Mm-hmm. In the meantime, you guys kind of all meet up in the at the temple. Akko kind of like you guys kind of gather at the main front of the shrine. Akko's like pops out of the shrine after once it gets to be time. Says, "Hey guys, thank you for coming. We got a room set up for you right back here. If you could please follow me." And she takes you kind of back to like that same sort of conference room area where you guys were last time. She looks around like, "Wow, you got." Like she kind of like leans over and like nudges Junko, like, "I didn't know you had." Maybe it's a little. I don't want to be like a rude bitch or anything, but like, man, you have so many more friends than I thought that you had going on. You seem so like withdrawn.
Damn.
She's gonna be so upset that we went to a karaoke bar without her.
Oh, she's do not. You
either.
You didn't invite her? Oh, that's on you.
And she just kind of like like smiles real big when you say that, and she just like puts her arm around. She's like, you're fucking doing it. Oh, it's time. You're fucking blooming. And then she kind of like lets you go, like, and she's just like starts kind of like skipping a little bit as she like takes you guys down. You guys will like get together. There's a small tray. There's like a small assortment of like very traditional snacks. You got a bunch of like senbei crackers and stuff like that. Some water, some tea. It's just ready and prepared for you guys. And she's like, "Okay, that's everything." Junko said you guys wanted me to sit in on this. Do you? I've done a little bit of research. Do you guys?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Itaro
and then
raises
she-
an eyebrow
she-
but doesn't protest.
She's about to start, like you see her like start in on something, but then she like something occurs to her. She's like, "Excuse me." She like snaps her finger a couple times and like points to you, Tsuyoshi, and she's like, "Tsuyoshi, right?
Yes.
Do you want me to like
No,
It's about the thing. Do you want me to like just
is-
you want
it is-
to
it is
come with
not to be
me or?"
mentioned.
Okay, well, I have very little to talk about then.
I will follow you.
Yeah, if I say if you want to come with me, join
It
me
is
for
not
like
to
a
be
little bit. I
discussed
can.
openly? Yes, of course.
Gotcha.
Bunny is going too, without being invited. It's fine.
Okay.
That is also
Hey.
fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I threw it
fine.
on the roof. We're in this
She
together.
she like hears all this and like sees that you two are coming together and like for this what is essentially like a magical doctor's meeting, and she's just like you can go ahead and roll insight for me real quick. Anyone who cares to, yeah, anyone who cares to.
Okay,
Hey,
where's it?
Detdet.
Yeah.
Have me and Chris been told about the going to hell part?
No, absolutely
Yes.
not.
No, you have not.
Yeah,
I
Tsuyoshi
told everyone not to
specifically
tell
has
you.
not known.
Tsuyoshi has
Nat 20.
specifically told every. Okay, Nat 20. You.
I got a 5 on insight.
5
I
on
got a
insight.
Very well what's going on anyway.
Christopher, you think that she is a spy from a rival faction. You think that somebody has somehow has managed to turn the daughter of the head of Tokyo Daijingu Shrine, and that that she is trying to separate you guys for some reason. Kitaro,
Are you gonna
you
act
know
on
that she absolutely thinks that Tsuyoshi and Connie are an item. This is some crazy how could you not let me in the
Well,
this is
I was
matching up this is matching up to every drama who was the 5? I thought it was Christopher was the 5, right?
Chris was a 5, right? I could have sworn I heard.
And me too.
Oh yeah, who do I
Me
think
and
is the
Chris.
spy?
Oh, Akko. You think
Oh,
Akko is
Akko.
the spy.
Okay, okay.
You think
Okay,
that
yeah.
she is absolutely trying to
Christopher's
separate
not
them.
going to act on it because he knows that Tsuyoshi is very powerful and can handle himself.
Gotcha. Kitaro, you know that this is
I got
lining
a
up with
14.
every single J-drama she's ever watched. This is absolutely the important diagnosis. How could you not want me in the room? I want to be there for you type moment. That
I
is
mean, listen,
exactly...
Kitaro is making some assumptions that are in line with this as well.
That is what's going on in her head.
So, as they're leaving, Kitaro is like,
has anyone...
I don't know. It's... Go ahead, Detdet.
Tsuyoshi, Connie, did either of you roll anything?
I rolled a
Does
5.
Junko see anything with a 14?
I rolled a 14.
14? Tsuyoshi, you're like... Connie, you just think that she's just is just excited to get out of here. You just think that it's one of those things where it's just she wants to get on with it. She's bouncing around a little bit. She must have some really great news. Tsuyoshi with a 14, you're like, oh god damn it, it's happening again.
What do you
People are after
double hell?
No. What happened last night with those guys that saw you, those drunk guys that kept seeing you last night. It's happening again. People are making assumptions.
I mean, he doesn't mind.
All right. Well, all right. You two kind of go. You guys. She's like, Tsuyoshi, is that cool with you if Connie comes? That's right. That's fine.
Absolutely.
Of course it is. Gotcha. That's so sweet. You guys just come with me. We'll go ahead and there's another room off to the side. I head over to the library. I got a couple books that I want to show you. And she kind of leads you two away.
As they're leaving, Kitaro, I don't know that I like the influence that he has on her, but good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, all Michi and Kitaro saw last night is that we left together.
I mean, I'm picking things up now. I'm not saying anything from last night. Obviously we don't know what happened last night, so I'm like, oh, that developed quickly.
You just know that we left and didn't come back.
Indeed.
Michi just leaning over to Kitaro, going, "Is it normal for humans to start dating this quickly? I'm got to be honest. This isn't something I'm really familiar with."
They're young.
Junko say.
Give me 1 second. Give me 2 seconds.
Not that much older, but
guys,
just
pause for 2 seconds. Christopher, Junko, Ayumu, go ahead and give me perception checks.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh wow, I got an 11.
Ooh,
well,
that's not a 10.
That's above a 10.
And below a 12.
What
I got a 3.
Oh god. Ayumu, you're just so in your own head about the offer that you received, and you're still thinking it over. You just there's nothing. You are dead to the world right now.
What can you do when the world is shipping you?
Junko, what do you got?
12.
Oh, she got 12 total. Nope. None of you guys manage to catch anything on that. Please continue. I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt.
There was a perception. Was I supposed to make a perception?
No. You guys are out of the room.
Okay.
Shit. But yeah. Anyways, Kitaro, is it common for humans to start dating so quickly?
Yeah, they're young. It happens like this sometimes.
Junko did roll a 14 on AKO's thing though.
For the perception for the thing. Oh, you know Junko. You know Junko. You know Akko. She absolutely is like you can already see like the little like you can practically see like a pair of Cupid wings and like her holding a bow and arrow like right like in her hands. Like she's ready. She's like she's raring to go. You know she loves like other people's drama.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
About to say, so we're going to go ahead and with that, we're going to cut to Tsuyoshi, Kani, and Akko. Akko's going to kind of escort you guys to the library. It's like it's a very, like, it's a nice area. Kitara's seen it before, but it's it's like a bunch of very old books. Like, there's a lot of, like, that old book smell. They've been taken care of very well. Like, there's been a lot of, there's been a couple, like, refining efforts, and you can actually see a manuscript over in the corner that's currently that had been worked on. Somebody must be taking a break or something. But like it's hard to fight like that old book smell. Like you still like everything here is like this is the real shit. She goes to the desk where there's a couple books sitting out. She points to a couple different a couple different diagrams, some passages about like legends about the Hinagami and like the methods of creation and how that kind of ties into like it's linked to like the underworld and hell specifically. Like it's the nature of like the grave and like the way the soul is entangled. Now she's like, now I haven't quite cracked anything to have to do with like how you might go about breaking the bond between yourself and the doll, Tsuyoshi. But I do think that I found an account in this old journal that talks about a guy who definitely used to be like have that link with the doll, was possessed by the doll, like had the doll like in his household, that sort of thing. And then like I found a couple later references to the man with that referred to the fact that he was no longer cursed in that way. Now, I think I might be able to figure out like a couple other like I mean it's an old account. This is from like the 1500s. Like this is some old shit. This is back and records were always spotty back then because warring like it was the Sengoku period, like things were going crazy, like people were dropping left, right, and center. Historical accuracy and like like a comprehensive look is not what we're looking at here. And then she kind of like she shrugs a little bit. I've never been like the best at this sort of thing. Like, but
You're
I
doing
think
excellent.
Oh, no, you're doing great.
oh, thank you. That's very. You two are so
I
sweet.
appreciate everything you've done for me.
It's what we're here for, right? Like, I mean, it's one of those things where like it's like my dad's like it's his calling or whatever. But like, I mean, even as much as like I'm just doing it because like it's one of the like it's family stuff. It's what I'm expected to do. It's fun to be able to help people. But she like kind of waves herself off. She realizes she's getting distracted. Anyways, I like I think if you were to like I'm obviously going to take a look and see what else we have here. There's still a couple things that I want to go through. I can't guarantee there's going to be anything else that I can pull from our records here, but I think that if you're looking for this, I don't think like I said, Hinagami and like stuff like powerful cursed objects like that from like the moonlit world, like those have become so much rarer in like the current day. Like you want to be looking for like some older records. Like if you can find like stuff from like the Sengoku period, like before that, I know like there's some like other records that like like I know that there are a bunch of like there's some clans of like old like Tengu clans of Oni running around. I mean, the Oni don't really have the best record keeping or whatever, but like those sort of like clans of old like like yokai who keep like the old ways, right? Like community minded yokai. Like they're probably the ones who are going to have like the most information about this sort of stuff. We try our best, but there's so much information out there on the human side of things that it's hard to keep track of stuff.
This person that managed to get on curse, they happen to have a name on record? I could try to visit their gravestone, see if they have any remaining family that I could pull up records from.
Well, I mean, that's the trick, right? It was an old account. It was written in like a it was written in like a really old dialect. I don't think I could get and it was like one of those things where it was more of an offhanded comment. Like it was like an old journal entry where somebody was complaining about how their neighbor had been like possessed by a Hinagami, and suddenly like like they're doing better than business. Like all of a sudden like their house is that much nicer. Like their family is spending money that they don't have, and then eventually like it went away, and like it was never like referred to by name. It was always kind of like in reference of like my neighbor, like yeah, you know how it is back then. Um, so no, I don't have a name. I like it was. I mean, it probably was. It was like old Ikebukuro back when the city was still Edo, or like where Ikebukuro would be. But like, I don't think that like anyone who died in like the 1500s is still gonna be like grave markers. Space for grave markers in the city is so like she could like kind of like we do ceremonies and stuff like that. We perform consecrations and stuff along those lines, and like there's just no space. Anyone that died that far long ago who doesn't have like family who's specifically like paying to keep up like a huge family monument, like there's no space for them. I don't know if you could find something along those lines. I just like I said, most of this is just kind of to try to direct you to a time period and to let you know that I do think it is possible based on these records.
Back in old Edo, you said.
Well, yeah, back, I don't remember exactly what like the whole deal was. History's not
Too
exactly
much.
like, uh,
Who
who
was it you
who
would have
is,
more information about this?
well, you could look for historical records from like this time from like that time period. Like the older the better, really. Like if you look into folklore and mythology, like some of the stuff, like especially from people like more like secular scholars or like people who aren't really as into the moonlit world who like comment on mythology. I mean, like stuff gets picked up and lost and it's kind of diluted here and there. There still could be some nuggets of truth, but I think like the best option would be to find maybe like I said, find a contact. Like I think that like I might be able to put you in contact with a couple Oni or something along those lines. I know that we have some that like come and enjoy like the temple grounds and stuff like that. I know that there's a couple that like are
A couple?
well here and
Do
there.
you have particular ones in mind? Because we are trying to avoid two particular Oni right
Yeah,
oh
blue
well,
one and the red one.
well I mean yeah
now.
that
Benimaru
has
and Sosuke.
Oh well, I'm not familiar with those. I'm not familiar with those names. I just mean like sometimes we have a couple. Listen, it can be kind of hard for yokai that are trying to blend in this day and age because that's really all they've got access to. I mean, sometimes a lot of times they find work in like with the construction firms and stuff like that. But like sometimes it's hard for them. Like you'll see them sometimes in like the soup line or whatever, and like I see some here and there, but um
Can I
like
just
no,
say
I don't.
this part?
I don't know any. Yeah, I don't know any Benny Maru or anything else. Yeah, if we want to go ahead and cut back to the conference hall.
I just want to cut back to the comments when Michi is just sneezing her head off this entire time.
Yeah, she's
You can
just
cut
like
back now.
she's just like man, I didn't realize I was coming down with something.
Marco, you mentioned some other type of yokai.
Oh yeah, like so.
te-
There's like a lot of like a tengu, like so basically like
Yeah, what's
there are
that?
there are some yokai.
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm
Tengu
sorry.
live in the mountains. We wouldn't find one here.
Well, they're definitely rare.
Where
And they
the
do, and
mountains?
they're well, so like Tengu are like a type of yokai that like they tend to like
Huh?
live with like they're like old nature spirits kind of. What they do is they
Oh.
tend to keep to themselves. They live in like the old places of the world, like a bunch of mountains, rural areas, stuff like that. And they tend to keep to themselves. They have like small like clan villages and stuff like that. A lot of time they're like in places that are like really rich in like spiritual energy or like like maybe they're attending a terrestrial god or something along those lines.
What do they look like? Like, how would I know if I've seen one?
Gigantic
Yeah.
noses.
Yeah, they've
Just a
got big
big nose.
noses. Like sometimes it's just like mask or something like that. They've got glamours like every other type of yokai, like in modern and like the
A
modern day.
one-toothed getter that is 12 inches long.
Yeah, that's the traditional garb. I mean, and they're all about they're really all about tradition. The Tengu, they're very like
You ever play
they're
Toho
very
Project?
Toho?
Have you heard of Toho? Have you heard of Toho?
like
Project?
I'm just sitting here like imagining like Toby Fox's speech where he's going and like speaking in like very nice, very good Japanese, and then all of a sudden like you hear in the middle of it Toho Project. But yeah, so like big noses, they're tall, they like tend to have like bird wings, stuff like that. But like I said, you're probably not going to find a lot out here. Yeah, like 4 wings. Like they have.
Fly?
Well, some of them can. Yeah, like the older they are, the better they get at like kind of manipulating the air around them and like using their wings to fly. And like I said, you're probably not going to find a whole lot of them. But like
manipulating air, huh?
Well, there's also stuff like I mean I know that there are probably like a couple like Kitsune clans around. Well, I mean, no, that's a bad idea. Like, there's always like the daughters of the Orochi, but like that, like I do not, I would not recommend. There's
so stationary.
they're like a race of like snake women that are descended from like so the legend goes that Orochi was like a giant 8-headed snake that was terrorizing the countryside. Yes, thank you.
Weeb point.
Are we gonna assume that was spoken in like English somehow, or
yeah, like God damn it!
That's
like,
just the name.
A literal translation.
You said it in
It's
Japanese.
not even No, but that's the name.
Is that
anyways,
a weak point or a
no,
persona
it
point?
is Yamata no Orochi.
It's a weak point, irregardless.
So she's like, so basically what happened was like, eventually like Susanoo came down as part of his like divine penance. He ended up like slaying the creature and then taking a sword from its corpse. But like each of the 8 heads split off and like kind of wriggled and ran around and like became like a race of yokai. It's like the same. It's how these things go. Like divine stuff happens like this.
It tends to happen that way.
I mean, several of our gods are like Amaterasu, like Susanoo Tsukuyomi, are like the crust and filth that was like wiped off whenever Izanagi went to like Naraka. I mean, it's just how these things go sometimes. This isn't uncommon, but it created a race.
Introductory book.
She's like, well, I mean, like Shintoism has like a bunch of like texts. I mean, I could recommend you a couple things, like some reading lists and stuff like that. But
I love how Connie doesn't even bother to roll history.
Well, she doesn't know.
Yeah, I get it. She is American, yeah.
Connie's like,
anyways,
where does Jesus Christ work into this?
but like so the daughters of Orochi are those like the descendants, like each of those 8 heads slithered off and became like essentially like an all-female race of like snake women. Like they seduce like human men, and like it's I mean you know like
sirens?
kind of they tend to be they're bad news. Like they've become it's one of those things where it's like they're still rare, but they tend to be pretty clannish. So like it's one of those things where like any kind of any yokai like clan or like type of yokai that like tends to like accumulate in like a clan structure will probably have like a lot of records that might be a little bit more what you guys are looking for. So if you guys manage to find anything like that, you may want to check that out. But yeah, like don't mess with that. Like I mean, I would rather mess with the clan of Kitsune before I mess around with the daughters of Orochi.
Yes, I think I will associate with the Kiko rather than the Orochi.
But anyways, that's in terms of information. That's all I've got. I'm sorry I can't be of any more help, but I think that you knowing. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. I just
You've
wanted
never
to make
done our
sure.
show.
I just wanted to make sure that you knew that there is still hope. Like you're not like I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but there's got to be something. Anyways, do you guys want to do? Best do you need me to walk you guys back to the conference hall? Please. I mean I still have chores.
Ah, yes. We will do that.
Yeah.
I just
We will walk.
I just want to note what's mentioned in the chat at the start of this, that he was hoping that that she'd put on like clear lensless glasses before dumping all this information, because she
For
wants to
going
look smart.
librarian mode. Yeah.
She thought about
Yeah.
it. Like she definitely thought about it. She decided against it. She's like, no, this is too much of a bit character, like even for me. But she's like, but she does have a pair of like fashion glasses that she wears when she wants to like pull off like a really like fun like bookish look.
As she should.
With
She's
reflective tape on them.
She's very fashion
Connie
forward.
would like to whisper to Akko as they're walking back. Do you have any books or records or stuff that I could look at later about the Guardians of Edo of past?
Oh,
'Cause
I mean,
I don't know
yeah, like
anything.
I mean, like, heck, we could, like, I could even talk to, like, my dad, because I know my dad, like, worked with, like, the previous Guardian of Edo before he disappeared.
Oh, he
Like,
did?
well, yeah, I mean, he disappeared, like, I think he disappeared, like, we haven't heard from him in, like, 20 years or something like that. So and normally, like, the Guardian, records show that there generally isn't, like, a gap longer than, like, 5 years without a Guardian, but
Yeah, and
I don't know what had happened to it. We're starting to be concerned about the system, but I mean, hey, you're here, so that's great. But yeah, like I said, like I mean, we've got some records. Like I mean, if you want to take a look later, all you got to do is ask. I'm sure my dad would be happy to talk with you about it because I know he and the guy previous were like good friends or whatever. It was a little bit before my time.
whoa, it was a magical boy before me?
A magical man.
I don't think she's really she's like
Magic.
give me 1
man.
second. I'm actually gonna roll something real quick. She
Magic
realizes
man.
she has realized that if she says that like she is the only magical girl guardian of Edo, that she will break Connie's heart. Like she will genuinely destroy this small girl. You know, I don't think so. I think there was some other stuff that he had going on. Like I said, you probably want to talk with my dad. I don't really know a whole lot about the situation. I'm sorry.
So
Dad's
let
gonna have to
me-
get a crash course on Mahou
This
Shoujo
is this
real
is
quick,
absolute.
just
This is
before he says the wrong thing.
This is
Yeah.
absolutely like Akko throwing her dad under the bus. Like, no, you know what? I see that someone's gonna have to jump on this grenade. It's not gonna be me if I can help it.
Yeah, poor Connie's been waiting to meet like the other members of her team this entire time.
Oh, it's
Like
so
they're gonna have to pop up at some point.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
poor
us.
God. That's a, yeah, you're right.
That's true.
all right. So we're gonna go ahead. They're walking back to the conference room. What have you guys been talking
Apparently,
about
we
while they've
should
been
mention-
gone?
I mean, I
It's
guess we're
probably
catching
been
everyone
about
up on everything.
yeah. It's
not
probably
everyone
been
was in
about
the
like
meeting.
it's probably been about like 10-15 minutes, something like that. It has been long, but
It's been a while.
We probably shouldn't talk about anything without the rest of our team here.
I mean, catching everyone up is
okay. Well,
You're
if
all
you
eating
guys
rice
okay, let
crackers.
me rephrase it. If you guys aren't talking about like what you've been catching up on, what have you guys been chatting about? Or have you guys just awkwardly been sitting in silence?
Wait to Kuke.
Michi is quite comfortable to just sit there, so
Okay.
she's not going to
Yeah,
start
same.
conversation.
I have
Okay.
other friends to tinker with. I could just be.
Christopher,
Christopher's
it's up to
talking
you.
about the
What-
Christopher
dimensional
has
merge.
gone into a very long tirade about the coming dimensional merge.
Every
How there are
Everyone-
extra
everyone else is
And everyone else is
all around
distracting
them
themselves,
right
yeah.
now.
There you go.
yeah,
That's
like
what
like
I'm
you
doing.
know, every like the dimensions are going to come together. There's going to be a great cacophony. Every like you have to prepare for like other versions of yourself to be shoved into your head, and like how like the great and terrible power that comes along with it. Also about like checks.
If you happen to feel something, you know, attention to like their checks got bored. He started just kind of beats on people when they can't perceive him.
Junko
wait,
thinks
really?
Christopher has been playing too
Like-
many
like-
SNES games.
Like like taps just to try to see if they notice he's there.
Wait,
By the
this
way,
is-
shout out to the Gex Trilogy collection that just launched on Steam, by the way.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I couldn't
Oh,
have timed
shit,
it.
now I have to get that.
I genuinely couldn't have timed. We couldn't have timed this bit better than if we tried.
Wait, so which came first, your character or Charizard and this Gek? Where did they come in?
Gex has been out for a couple of years by this
That's
point.
Ayamu. That's Ayamu.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the dates of it myself, but
Gex the
$30.
Gecko is a secret agent on the PlayStation. Wait, no. Was it on the
oh, this voice is ooh, whoa, this is getting that voice is getting crazy.
Gex had a human girlfriend?
Checks out, honestly.
Yeah,
The
you know
time
what?
Period.
Listen,
No, Gex in.
it is that time period. Yes, that makes sense.
This is not far removed from the period when Sega America tried to
it was on the
localize
Oh my God,
Sonic.
Yeah.
And give him
it
an
was on
American
the
backstory.
3DO too.
Yep.
Anyways,
Chris had a 3DO.
we're
So-
over
so-
an hour into the session.
Yeah, so
Chris
you
definitely
okay?
has a
So you
3D.
guys walk back in. So you guys walk back into like Chris going off about the dimensional merge and checks and like his backstory and his powers and how he beats on people and he's the coolest guy ever and he has a human girlfriend.
What did
Huh?
we miss?
Actually, the second Tsuyoshi walks in, Michi just turns and goes, "Tsuyoshi, how did that go?" Like just cutting Chris off as yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, good. We got a lead. We have to find some Oni, some snake ladies, or some Tengu? Is that what they're called?
Tengu.
Oh,
Maybe
there's
they'll
also
have
like
more information about the doll.
Kitaro
like
eyes narrow.
Akko like nods. Like,
Yeah.
Akko like nods. and,
Michi
like,
glances at
there's
Kitaro.
also like
Yeah, no,
like
I
you
was
said,
just thinking
any kind of yokai that tends to like congregate in a clan structure tends to like have pretty decent record keeping. Like she shrugs for a second. Like I mean I don't know about the Oni. Like listen, there are a lot of things, but excellent record keepers. I don't know.
I personally
Um,
would follow up with the Kiko if possible.
Yeah, I know that there's
Chris-
also the kids. I know some like kitsune tend to congregate sometimes.
Chris starts going off about his studies of the Oni having a mostly verbal tradition.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like they're not really one for writing stuff down, but I mean, if you codify something as a drinking story, I mean, hell, they'll never forget that. There's like entire like they have such a cool oral tradition.
The problem with the Oni is that we are currently trying to avoid two very specific Oni that we encountered last
Wait,
time.
when?
You keep
Hold on, is
saying
Chris
Those two
is
Onis
Chris
are
about to
very
nerd out with
Oni.
Akko about about
a little bit, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I
Like-
think Akko unironically fits in with the occult club, kind of.
Hmm. Like just because like it's like one of those things where it's like this is like a thing where she's had to learn about this, but she has kind of had no one her own age to talk about this stuff with. Other than like Junko, but even then, that's still relatively recent. So yeah, so
We're
I
just
guess
trying
like
to avoid
Christopher.
two Oni.
Mhm.
Not all Oni know each other. Come on, Tsuyoshi, don't be racist.
Also, why are you guys on the run from Oni?
Yeah, exactly
Oh,
what happened.
See,
Don't
we
worry
have a
about it.
story to tell you about last night.
Everything
bumped
was so
into two
fine and
Oni?
normal.
What happened
He thought-
was
Michi-
normal, and it was
No.
okay.
Kitaro with his head in his hands. As long as y'all didn't go on any roofs, you know, it probably is fine.
Now, why would
Now,
you say
Michi-
something like that?
Michi does sort of perk up, but like keeps to herself about there were you bumped into Oni, huh?
Christopher's just
Yes.
gonna say it. All you have to do is face them in ritual combat, and they'll respect you.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, I mean that or like beat him in a drinking contest, but I mean genuinely it might be easier to
I
beat
can
him in
do
a
that
fight.
too.
I think
Dude,
the Klingons and the Star Trek from the West were based off of Oni legends.
Anyways,
Really?
like
I
Akko's hears like Connie talking about how she could totally beat an Oni in a drinking contest, and she looks at this like short, tiny white girl who's like barely 18, and she's just like, yeah, sure.
I would not underestimate her.
Anyways, so at this point, I'm assuming
We
you
need
guys
to-
are kind of like letting each other know what's been going on.
Yeah.
What
Ayumu,
is-
what happened last night to
Well-
you? We tried our best to follow you, but to no avail.
Well, first of all, Mutoshige absolutely saw Komachi, and he was able to hurt him.
Yeah. Poor Komachi. He was so hurt.
Are you feeling better yet?
Well,
Komachi?
you actually
Is
like
he around? Yeah.
actually like Kumashi like pokes his head out of Barry's bag. He's like that motherfucker had a
Barry's
that motherfucker had a kick on had a fucking leg on him. God damn, tossed me right into the side of a building.
I saw it. It was incredible. I
Are you
objectively,
saying
I'm
wait?
sorry.
Are you complimenting that bastard who fucking slung me into a bar?
I am not understating his abilities, is what I'm doing. I am informing our people of
Like,
this man's power
You
for
just see like
safety purposes.
you just see like Kumashi like narrow his eyes at you and just like all right, fucking whatever.
None of you helped my bear.
I tried, but I
couldn't
couldn't let my cover up.
I also couldn't let my cover up, and he wouldn't let me stitch him back together.
Stitch him?
He's a stuffed bear.
No,
I thought
he's
maybe
not.
it would work.
Is he not? What?
He's
No, he's not.
mm,
Ayamu, what happened?
mm.
Oh,
I wish
but-
I'd have done this when you were doing the aside, but I have to pee so bad. I'll be right
No, he
back.
does have lungs. Oh, Chris.
So, so after that, I got some information from the Kaposhi Syndicate leader. He said that
Mhm.
apparently they came to the school because they were also looking for that thing. And it wasn't, they were not in league with Shinrikyo at the very least.
The
I-
Hinagami?
Yeah, the
They went to
Hinagami.
the school?
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Remember
yes,
the-
you guys knew that the body, like, you knew that it was a Yakuza and a, like, a Kaposhi Syndicate Yakuza and a Shinrikyo cultist who were dead at the scene. So obviously, like,
Okay.
somebody got sent somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Are they
But
still going after the Hinagami?
They are,
Fucking-
but and he seemed to know that I knew something, but he wasn't pressing me for much. But also, I know that the Kaposhi Syndicate have at least one pair of eyes on me, so
I'm
So-
gonna go ahead and kind of clarify something. Like last night, I don't know if it was like one of those things where like my intention was sort of lost. As far as you are aware, Saburo let you know that like, hey, we're not. The thing that we cared about the most was getting the doll out of making sure the doll didn't fall into Shinrikyo's hands.
okay.
The fact that like we would have liked to have it, like that would have been a big boost to our, but like beyond that, like we're not going to be like going after you guys for it.
All right, I will revise what I said then and say, well, they clearly knew that I must have had something to do with it, that I knew more than I was letting on, but they're not interested in it beyond keeping out of Shinrikyo's hands. And I believe we can trust them on that.
Oh. So they're like the secret force keeping Shinrikyo in check behind the scenes.
More so that they don't care for them and they don't want them to do anything with the Hinagami.
Hmm.
Okay.
But something weird happened. He told me, the leader of the Kaposhi Syndicate told me to punch him, and I did, but
Huh?
it was like time stopped when I did.
What?
Akko, at this point,
hold on.
Akko jumps in. Oh, you're talking about Key, right?
Key?
It's okay. So Key is like yokai are like all living things have like spiritual energy in them, right? Like that's like one of the things of like they're like all life has an energy to it. Like yokai channel it through like various different means. Like all of their like supernatural abilities are fueled by that same sort of like energy. it's what flows in and around us. Ki is how it expresses itself in humans, and it's one of those things where it used to be a lot more common, but we don't live lives where we really need access to it, so a lot of people never really kind of tap it inside of themselves.
That would explain why he said it was a human ability.
Yeah,
Connie is
yeah.
gonna stand up and walk over to Ayumu and say, "Punch me."
Okay, I'll do it. I'll stand up and I'm going
Oh,
to attempt to flurry of blows her.
All right, flurry of blows. All right, roll me 3 attacks.
Okay.
It's-
Hold on.
It's wild energy to hear someone say "punch me" and then you interpret that as "punch me"
Flurry.
several times.
Flurry
I
of
gotta show
blows.
you. I gotta
Yeah,
show
yeah.
you.
Girls
how I
are
can do
fighting.
That's
things.
what Connie meant.
The girls are
I'm
fighting.
not a girl. That was the whole purpose of last time.
The boys are. This is just violence again.
Was a boy.
This
yeah,
is
so
just
does Detdet, it's fine.
no, it's
If I-
I'm just constantly crossing the wires of Ray and then Ayumu. Yes,
I would
Ray,
object
she,
to
her,
this. I had to
Ayumu,
see
he,
Connie
him.
jump off a building yesterday.
Well, all right. So go ahead and
Give
roll
me
me
a sec.
like I said, roll
I'm
your 3
working on it,
attacks.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
My
Okay,
AC
first is
14.
a 19.
Okay. Barry, what's your armor class?
14.
And then I've got a 6, and last is 6.
Okay, so that first one hits.
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll me damage for that.
Okay. Oh shoot, where'd I put my damage?
I'll say to you, is this the one with the brass knuckle on it? You
Oh,
you
no,
have
no,
brass
I'm not
knuckles
gonna
on
punch
it.
her with the
What?
brass knuckle.
Connie used to do boxing. She can take it.
That's
Right.
not the same! Whoops.
Has Chris been informed of Ayumu's Yakuza dies?
Nope.
Okay.
You're just
Then
wow,
Christopher
okay.
is not afraid of Ayumu yet.
Okay,
The-
so how exactly do you want to do this?
That's
Remember,
6.
so the first one hits, but the second 2 miss. Ayumu, describe how how this goes down.
So he would step up, and before anyone can say anything, he pulls back and punches her twice, and then a third attack just swoops in there, kind of like a fighting game move, to where
Okay,
it's almost imperceptible that he moved, but also his fist is right in her face.
So it's the first 2 end up going wide. It's
The face.
it's almost so it's
That's
I'm kind of interpreting this as the first 2 you put so much energy behind it, you're so eager to use it that you don't know your own strength and they go wide.
Mhm.
But then that last one you correct and then it shoots up unexpectedly right to the chin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Connie, you take
Anchor.
6 damage as your head snaps back, and as you get
6?
uppercut on the chin. Yeah, 6 damage.
Junko voice.
Alright.
What the fuck?
Oh, Jesus.
Woo! That's a nice punch.
See, I knew she could take it. If anyone here could take that, it would be her.
Ugh.
You see, Akko's Akko kind of leans in to Junko a little bit. It's just I thought Tsuyoshi and Connie were that was I'm not wrong. That was kind of hot, right?
All right, I have a heal, but I'm gonna expect that Junko may want to take.
You guys will have an
priority
opportunity. You guys will have an
Hold on, I
opportunity.
had a gif for Junko's reaction for this.
Wait, is the wait,
here. Holding.
is the operation today?
Yes, it's today. You guys
Oh,
will have no. You guys are gonna have an opportunity to short rest between now and then.
There
Don't
we
worry
go.
about it.
Okay,
Don't worry
Connie
about it.
has
You're
a
good. You're
wisdom
good.
of 10.
Incredible.
Hey,
I thought the operation was
Hello,
tomorrow.
online.
Okay, so
I have a wisdom of 9.
Yeah, incredible. All right, so that's sort of the Yakuza stuff cleared. Is there anything Ayumu? Do you want to continue on about how you received the offer, or do you want to keep that to
Absolutely
yourself?
not.
Okay, that is something you are keeping close to your chest. Gotcha.
Yup.
Ayumu, do you
Okay,
at
I'm
all
gonna-
mention? Do you at all mention what he was
Yes.
wearing?
Oh yeah. I will turn to Tsuyoshi. I did talk to Dettet about this.
Yeah.
Tsuyoshi, it looked like he was wearing a very nice kimono. And I know that your aunt has some connections to the Yakuza. Do you think that you could ask if she knows him?
Well, I don't know if my aunt makes every Komodo in Tokyo.
No, but she has connections to Yakuza families, so at the very least, there's a connection
I
there.
could certainly investigate this.
We're cutting back just a half second. After Akko said that, Junko kind of like turns to her and like has like an incredibly flustered look on her face and is like shaking her back and forth by the shoulders, going, "What?
Okay,
Uh,
I'm gonna go ahead and use a spell slot to cure wounds on Connie.
Oh no! Like I said, you guys are gonna have an opportunity to short rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
Oh,
guys.
that's
are
a
good. You guys are
reaction.
good.
That's not a meta thing. I'm
okay, gotcha.
That
yeah,
attack legitimately hurt her more than jumping off a building, or less than jumping off.
No,
a building.
it was like a 2/3 as much as jumping off a building.
Yeah.
When did you jump off a
3
building?
more hit points.
When did you jump off a building?
Yeah, what's this about building jumping? Did y'all get on another rooftop?
It's an expression.
Listen,
I see.
we
Appreciate
we
this opportunity. I really appreciate
We
this
had-
opportunity. Like everyone's getting together to share information, and everyone's like, "I'm not saying shit. Fuck these guys.
Chris,
This is
Chris narrows
embarrassing."
his eyes a little bit. He feels like something's going on here, but he does
Well,
not know
okay.
what.
Chris,
Okay,
go ahead and roll me go ahead and roll me insight, Chris.
In
And then
insight, yeah.
Connie,
Maybe
Connie,
some kind of
Tsuyoshi,
midnight rendezvous.
Connie, Tsuyoshi,
you-
go ahead and roll deception.
What am I deceiving?
You guys are like, oh, don't worry about it. It was nothing. And then Christopher's
So
like,
no one's
I
not
am,
fooling anyone.
I am
this case.
intention.
Oh, it's
Deception, I
11.
rolled an 18.
Okay,
I rolled an 11.
What'd you
Christopher,
roll?
what did you get?
Whomst?
Christopher, what did you roll for your insight?
Oh. I didn't know I was rolling insight.
Yeah, sorry, I asked you to
Nat
roll
20.
insight.
Oh,
Okay,
yo,
I have a
Christopher,
-1.
so you know your boy. You know your boy Tsuyoshi. This motherfucker's hiding some shit. You've known him long enough to know his tells. You can confidently say anytime he's ever lied to you, you know exactly what he's been saying. Connie is a little bit tougher to crack. She's actually like, she's not looking like particularly flustered or anything, but like you see a twitch in her like jawline as you guys keep talking about roofs.
I need to do a personal roll real quick to see where Chris's brain takes him.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
But you get the feeling that there was
Where'd your
definitely
brain take
something.
ya?
Chris is going to think to himself, is he afraid to tell me that he has a girlfriend?
Hey, I mean,
That's
listen.
exactly
all you know is that they're
Separate the
definitely full of
brothers.
shit.
Does he
All
not
you-
realize I would celebrate his victories?
Mhm.
Can I also roll insight since I'm really curious what you're talking about?
Yes.
Also,
Kitana doing the healing is
Ayumu,
just seeing the jaw twitch as like, oh, her jaw just went back to the correct place, didn't it?
also,
Oops, sorry.
Ray, did you at any point mention that the guy said that he saw the body at some point?
No, I did. Well, no, I did not. Also, Detdet, I got a 20 also.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay,
But that
Ayumu,
was a 21.
Ayumu, with that nat 20 and with the additional context that you have, having been at the Kaposhi Syndicate headquarters, combined with the stuff that you heard from Motoshige and that stuff, like you're suddenly putting a bunch of things together, and you know that Connie and Tsuyoshi were on the rooftop of the Kaposhi Syndicate headquarters last night. Whatever you want to do with that information is up to you. But
Would
you
it be
have
fair
realized.
to say? Would it be fair to say that I also realized the two Oni was probably the two Oni that the Kaposhi Syndicate was talking about?
That's a fairly
Yeah,
logical.
you
That's a
also-
fairly logical
you
inference.
also-
Yeah.
You also remember that guy shouting about ninjas?
Oh yeah! Oh
Yeah,
my
exactly.
gosh,
Yeah,
I'm
it's like
glaring
like the neurons are connecting in your brain. You're like, oh shit, they were there.
Yeah, I'm glaring at you too.
Connie is feeling way too guilty, and so she will just start explaining what actually happened. I think.
Okay.
So we were trying to follow Ayamu, but then they went into a Yakuza building, and there's no way. me and Yoshi could get in there. We kind of stand out. So we went up a roof to try and look in, but there were blindfolds. So then we got really concerned about Ayumu. So I threw Tsuyoshi over to the roof of the Yakuza building, and then I
He
climbed
has
up
a
there.
great arm.
And then,
Wait,
and then we
Akko
got
just
caught.
Akko like steps in for a second. Like you threw him, like the whole guy.
Yeah, the whole guy.
She's very strong.
I'm
Holy,
very strong.
holy shit!
Chris is just over here thinking like, is this how dates work?
And yeah, then we tried to break in, and then that's when the Oni answered the door.
Benimaru and Sosuke.
You know, I was wondering
Is
why
that
it
their
went.
names?
That's the names they called each other.
Oh.
I was wondering why it went so well. I think you guys must have taken all of the bad luck.
You know, it went for how bad it went for us. It went pretty well.
Yeah, it went pretty well for me. I was surprised.
As the way I remember it is, we rolled really well, and you failed every decision.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't see dice rolls. Ayumu can't see dice rolls. He thinks he did a great job.
Really quick, in the interest of kind of moving things along, I don't hate this. I really love watching you guys like role playing with each other. When you guys are sharing information with each other, is there any information that anyone in particular wants to conceal from the others? Is there anything that you don't want the others to know?
Well, I obviously don't want Ayumu and Chris to know about the going to hell thing.
And that's been established.
I doubt it, but if Kitaro, I'm gonna make sure Kitaro doesn't say a word about me.
Yeah, nope, I'm silent as far as that
Yeah,
goes.
yeah, like we're not talking about that family
you
shit.
know? A lot of shit went down.
That was like that was a fucked up. That was fucked up. It was fucked up that you heard all that.
Like, if someone's like, "Hey, did you tell anyone my secret?" I'm gonna have to be like, which
ones?
There were like
There's a
5.
lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Michi's that conversation with Kitaro was just for those two. So yeah, not saying anything there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of a don't ask, don't tell as far as like.
I think my
Happy Pride.
I think my mic was off for a while. I wanted to say that when people mention Oni, Michi has been sitting there with her hand up politely, waiting to ask about that. But it's been spoken about, so it's fine.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, your mic
It's
must
fine,
have
it's
been
fine, it
off.
was my fault.
Your mic must have been off because I did not hear you say that at all.
Yeah, we haven't heard you for a while, Fiend.
Mhm.
No, it's fine. I'm just imagine during all of that, Michi was just there, hand up, waiting.
And then like we
Uh,
explain, and the hand went down slowly.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So, Chris, Junko,
right.
do you have? Oh, yes,
back on the
Tsuyoshi.
Senbei.
I forgot. I needed to talk about the conversation I had with Inoue,
Oh, yes. Okay, so
the government agent.
do you want to? Is there anything that you want to hold back about your conversation with Inoue?
I mean,
Like, I mean, he was talking about your rules,
I-
the conditions that you exist under,
The Communist Party.
I'm not.
the fact that you totally spilled the beans on Connie.
I'm going to come clean. I
Okay.
accidentally told him about you, Connie.
Why?
It slipped
Accidental.
out. I
There's
thought I was
like
speaking to
Akko's.
myself. I thought I was speaking out of character.
Akko starts muttering to herself, like they've been together long enough that they're feeling that he's mentioning her to like government agents. What's going on here? She seems too
I'm going to
young.
lightly punch you now.
Oh no!
Oh.
It was muttering. It was muttering.
You
It was
may.
muttering.
Tsuyoshi. I'm
Oh,
gonna lightly
Tsuyoshi.
punch Tsuyoshi.
You may.
Okay.
Tsuyoshi allows it.
Damn it. I rolled a 5, which is
No, he's allowing it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No, just the roll damage. Just 1d4 plus your strength
just
modifier.
roll damage. Okay, let me get my d6.
Oh, d4.
Oh, d4, right?
Yeah,
yes.
sorry.
Let me get the
Yeah,
stabby.
unarmed is usually D4.
Owie. So used to hammer time.
Mm-hmm. You just smack him with the
do I
maul.
add my strength?
Yes, add your strength.
Yes.
Okay, so that is 6 damage.
Okay, so Tsuyoshi, you just get rocked in the face, like pretty damn hard.
No, in the arm.
Oh, in the arm. You get
Aiming
like
for the shoulder.
your arm goes numb. quite a bit, Tsuyoshi. You're like that is going to
Ditto.
bruise. That is going to bruise a little bit.
You're forgiven now.
Is this how
All right.
relationship
I-
dynamics work?
It's fine.
All right.
I continue the story, and I like, I said that he cleaned up the bodies in the club room, so the police shouldn't be after us right now.
Because the police cleaned them up.
Yeah, the government.
the
Akko like kind of
the magic police. Okay.
Yeah, Akko
Magic
chimes in.
police.
Yeah, like so the Department of Applied Astrology and like the Department of Governmental Clerical Duties, like they tend to like whenever something goes down, especially in a way where it's like it would be like really bad if like people who aren't in the know would discover something. They tend to have like enough of a leeway. Like everyone knows that like exposing this sort of thing to like the average person and like letting everyone know about the moonlit world would be like a bad thing. So it's like it's one of those like kind of like no questions asked thing. If something happens and like something goes down and either they get a hold of it or they find out about it, or like somebody calls into them, they'll clean it up. Like it's not it really is one of those things where like they make sure to like hey, we're not going to look into this more than like we would already. We're not going to take whatever is into account on the off chance, just because like not finding out about something before it gets discovered is way worse.
Does Ayumu have anything to say about this information?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and chime in. The Kaposhi Syndicate have also seen the body of at least the person that belonged to them.
Interesting. How would they have seen that body? The
They
government
were-
cleaned it up.
Huh. Surely they're not involved in this. Not involved with the government.
Well, it may just be.
I wouldn't say that.
It may just be that it like the body was delivered to them because like they work together, because like that's like who he works for, who that guy worked for. Like it's like at the end of the day, like when they come in and clean up a scene, if there's a body and like people are like they know people in the know, like the body tends to get delivered to that like the people that they're close to or the people that they have contacts with. Like they're not just going to like they're not going to toss him into like Tokyo Bay or anything like that. That'd be crazy.
Oh, you had to say Tokyo Bay. Ayumu kind of darkens when you say that.
It's interesting because
What am I hearing?
the body certainly wasn't
Yeah,
in a
you're-
state for an open casket.
Yeah, somebody's popping a little bit.
Barry, you're beating the fuck out of your mic.
Sorry.
She got finished. She's done beating Tsuyoshi, so now she's beating the mic.
All right. So, like I said, kind of in the interest of like keeping things moving, you guys kind of go over the rest of what you guys have discovered. You go over like some of the stuff you found out about the doll specifically, with the omission that like Tsuyoshi is going to hell forever, no matter what. Like you guys go over like the stuff that you've discovered from the Yakuza stuff, from I'm trying to remember exactly everything that went down these last couple sessions.
And most importantly, the cult event.
Yes, you guys kind of, and like the last thing you guys talk about is the like the cult and like the applying to the computer software company. How much? Okay, so how much exactly do you guys let on about how big a shit show that was? Because you guys all have invitations to the orientation, which is the important thing here, really.
I say, of the three of us, I think Chris is the only one that has no suspicion today. He is in the clear. I believe they are on to me and Kitaro.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Tsuyoshi and
beyond
Kitaru played their parts well to make me the least suspicious one.
it's beyond suspicious. At this point, they're clearly just like sending everyone orientation.
At this point, Chris thinks it was intentional what you ended
Oh,
up
that's
happening.
this self delusion is delightful. Oh my god.
What's the
Chris
most
is out here
interesting
rolling.
is that
Chris is out here
What's
rolling
the most
deception
interesting-
checks against himself.
What's the most
Say what?
interesting is that the quiz that they had us go through, there was a magic question. It's one that was tampered with illusions.
It makes
And
sense, all told,
I
considering.
I believe that they are trying to filter in people who can see that question. People who are magically sensitive.
And
Wait, there was a magic question?
yeah, Christopher didn't even check. Christopher didn't even mess with it.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
I think I failed
No,
the perception.
Oh no,
check on
yeah.
that.
Like you failed.
No,
you
we-
failed. No, you had.
He didn't.
Yo, you
He-
yeah,
he
you
didn't.
you
He-
had because
saw
you're innately magical. Tsushi's the one who Tsushi's the and
Oh,
sorry, no,
okay, all right,
Tsuyoshi
all right, I
Tsuyoshi saw
remembered
it.
that wrong.
Christopher saw it, and then Kitaro was the one who had to like pass the check in order to see it, and then Kitaro like let everyone else know about it.
Oh, I thought I failed the check to like make me realize it was a special question.
No, you guys. I think
Yeah.
you guys. I think what you're thinking of is maybe like the insight checks at the very end, where it's just like,
Probably,
hey,
yeah.
why did everyone else get an invite too? It's suspicious, but I don't know why.
I specifically chose not to answer that question, but they saw me do magic, so it didn't matter.
Connie, what's up?
Connie has been sitting here with her hand raised for a moment, mimicking Michi, because she's like, I guess that's how this works. And then she asks very incredulously, wait, do we like the Yakuza now? Aren't they criminals?
Chris looks very uncomfortable at the moment.
I would say that they are
What?
not exactly our direct enemy, but I wouldn't say we are friendly.
Okay. Is it like a friends of our enemies are our friends kind of situation?
I'll tell you what I know, Connie, is that if they see either of us, we're going to be in trouble.
Very true.
I gotta say, Ayumu, you're the one who knows the most about this sort of thing. Do you want to chime in?
Yeah, he will say, just because they're criminals doesn't mean they're bad people.
But don't criminals like hurt people? Isn't that why crimes are called crimes?
Let's go, white girl, go, white girl, go.
If they're not bad people, how come they do bad things?
Michi just shouts, "A cab!" No.
In a shrine where Tanaka is potentially the magic.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like a magic cop so much as he's just like he is like technically in contact with this government agency and he has certain responsibilities to that agency.
Cop.
Tanaka's a civil.
No, he's a collaborator, which means he's worse.
Look, there's a
Knock.
difference between white collar crime and outright murdering people. Yes, there
They
are
do
some
both.
Yakuza that kill people, but a majority of the people, I would say, are
Ayumu,
not.
I'm bugging him because it seems like he's way too invested in this. Maybe do you want to have a smoke? Let's nodding his
Can
head.
I roll insight? Can I roll some insight on Ayumu?
Yeah, go ahead, roll insight.
Can Connie do
I
as
mean,
well?
you know.
You guys both roll
That's
insight.
a 19. No, I don't know your connection with the Yakuza.
Smoking is bad.
Yeah, I think
for
you do, don't
We
you?
already. I mean,
I
hang
rolled
on.
in-
What do we went to a bar where we think we have some idea, don't we?
Yeah, well, you know that like Ayumu has a contact because like he works at the bar. I think that's like the reason why like Ayumu gave like
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
his like day job is like when he's
Like,
not
we
like,
don't-
busy running drugs
Well,
or
it-
whatever.
Yeah, but
Like,
in
one
this
of us
case, it'd
know
just be that
that-
Ayumu has like a more positive, like
Yeah,
view
exactly.
on the Yakuza.
So
and
Connie rolled a
not
nat
that, like,
20, which is probably the
I
worst
rolled-
person to actually understand what's going
Oh,
on. right
Connie
rolled a
rolled a nat 20.
I
With
rolled
that
a 19.
Okay, 19. Tsuyoshi, with that 19, you realize that Ayumu's tie, like the defense that Ayumu is putting forward about the Yakuza, seems like way too like he seems way too invested in it for what he's saying. Like this is somebody who clearly has like really strong feelings about the situation and like has potentially close personal ties that like are biased or like bias them in that direction. What that means to you is whatever. Connie, with that nat 20, you realize like this reminds you of like whenever like somebody comes up and was talking shit about your parents and how like saying like they're doing like they did like some sort of like weird financial thing where it ended up screwing over a lot of people and like that sort of defensive immediate like sort of reactive defensiveness is the exact same thing that you have done in the past when this sort of thing would have come up. You realize that this is like a family thing for Ayumu.
But when Kitaro offers to go out for a smoke, he will absolutely take him up on that.
With a 19, can
I was really
tell
hoping
if
somebody would roll
Ayumu-
low because it's like, oh, now they're dating too. Oh my god.
Wait,
Actually, wait, hold on.
Ayamu and the Yakuza?
Oh, wait a
No,
second.
no.
Oh my god, wait a second. Akko just rolled a 5. Let's go. Akko like leans into Junko. It's like, wait, the tough guy and the nerd, or oh my god.
On the way out, I'm going to like grab Kitaro by the shoulder, which to you guys doesn't really look like much except for what Akko's thinking, and I lean in and say, "If you say anything about last night, I will kill you."
Kitaro's like, shit, I hope that he forgot about that. Because there's too much other
Nope.
It's
Um,
possible. Listen, there's a lot that you can forget about with all that happened that night. I don't think that forgetting about Kitaro was an option.
But to Akko, it probably looks like more shipping.
It really no. It's like Akko has actually. Give me a second. I'm rolling perception. Oh, that's
that every time we fail an insight check, it's just that we're all shipping.
Yep.
That's going to be the solution to every failed insight check.
And sometimes successful ones.
Can't
too,
believe you would call me out like that. How? Like I've got one trick, Michi. I'm Kirsten. I've got one trick.
I rolled high and read Akko correct, and I was just like, yeah, that makes sense.
Akko
just in a dungeon doing a
Akko
perception
rolled
check.
a pretty.
I think that door is shipping with that wall.
Akko rolled a pretty decent perception check and like was like really nosy and interested and like kind of caught like the motion of it from caught the implication of the motion, didn't actually see like the faces and couldn't hear anything, but like she absolutely thinks you guys are making
Junko
out in the
rolled a
hallways
6 as
right
well.
now. Junko rolled a
Apparently-
6
apparently
for.
Junko rolled a 6 for insight. It's I think Human says Junko rolled a 6, so maybe she agrees with Akko.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, they agree with Akko. Like you guys are like, oh my god, they're fucking. How did we not realize? But yeah, so as of right now, Akko is absolutely convinced that like Kitaro and Ayumu are making out in the hallway. Like there was like a really crazy like fucking like yaoi moment happening directly in front of her, and she's just like, "Yo, that's fucking crazy." Just like my Japanese animes.
Japanese animes.
With a 19, can I tell if up to this point today, Ayumu has been happy?
Listen, with a 19, you can definitely tell that he's more happy than normal, which is saying a lot because
bar's
he's
in
got such
hell.
a scowl.
The bar's in hell, but
Yeah, bar is in hell.
Then Tsuyoshi simply nods and changes focus back to the regular stuff.
All right. So then you guys kind of like elaborate more about like so I'm assuming like you I'm about to say like what's the kind of result of like you and Ayumu going out and having that conversation, that smoke conversation? Like I said, I'm not.
I mean, like, okay, listen.
I'm not trying to like. I'm not trying to like hurry, like trying to cut that off or like try to cut off that moment. But like I said, we're taking a lot of time for this scene.
Okay, I think literally Kitaro goes, I kind of hoped you'd forgotten about that. Don't worry about it. Like as in like, I'm not gonna say nothing. He's like indignant about it because.
Like what you think? Do you honestly believe that I would like spill your shit like that?
No, not an expecting. But yeah, go ahead.
Ayumu will nod, and then he will proceed to take 2 of your cigarettes and put one away and smoke one.
Damn, you got sig taxed.
Kitaro's checking his pack. Like, how many more do I have left? I feel like I've been flying through this.
Kitaro, you've definitely been smoking a lot more as like a stress response to everything that's been going on. Yeah, like you've gone from a pack like every like 2 packs a week or something like that. Like you're hitting about 4 a week now.
Oof. And at some point, I was a social smoker, not so much. Oh well, whatever.
Listen, at this point, you need the nicotine to relax.
Chris is noting down that he should buy a few packs of cigarettes to carry around for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's very
We need
sweet.
'em.
Also,
That we can all
probably
afford.
it's like, damn,
No, thank you.
people are enabling that way to enable Chris. That's great.
Chris would never smoke. Chris, it's
I-
very bad for you. You get emphysema.
Did I ever mention like
just
after
love
the
your
Ghibli rating
Christmas.
stream that I was looking for gosh, I can't remember what I was looking for, but I found that like the Japan like anti-smoking association like made like an open letter about like The Wind Rises because like they were like this makes smoking look too cool.
All right, so you guys kind of like reconvene back after you've had your smoke, and like Akko is just like staring at the two of you, like just like
Doing a little bounce.
like she's just like, I can't believe it, I can't believe it. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. But like so you guys kind of talk more about like what's happening and like the orientation coming up and how like and you guys kind of quickly come to a consensus that like no, this is like obviously like fucking awful vibes. Like you guys should probably like it'd be awful, it'd be terrible to like not like take the opportunity to kind of figure out more what they're doing and like what's going on with the cult, but also like you guys all need to be there to be able to like cover for this. And Akko's just like, I would really love to be able to do this, but I got some prior obligations tonight. We have there's like a bunch of weddings happening, and we need officiants, and it like I'm so sorry. I have to excuse myself here.
Never
Just-
apologize.
That's a Junko. You're so sweet. Anyways, you guys, best of luck.
Christopher wants to have a long conversation with Akko later about yokai stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you want to like here. Like she like pulls like she reaches into like her robes and like pulls out a really tacky like bright pink cell phone. And she starts like putting she exchanges numbers with you.
Go, Chris!
Absolutely, hit me up sometime. I'd love to be able to talk about I'd love to be able to talk about stuff like that.
Chris saves her in his phone as Cool Miko.
Didn't we generally exchange contact? Well, it's fine.
Well, yeah,
Chris wasn't here.
Chris was here.
This is the first time Chris has met.
Yeah, this is the
Akko.
first time. This is the first time Chris is meeting Akko. Same with
This is
same with the Yumo.
This is just Dan to Dan. I hope everyone realizes that.
Oh,
Mhm.
like I want to
I
say
can't
like a
imagine that
solid.
would make this campaign.
I'm solid. A solid third of the inspiration for this is just Don to Don.
Does that make me Okaru?
Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. You don't worry. You don't worry your pretty
Chris
little
is
head
a
about that,
fun.
honey.
My balls!
One of the aliens showing up.
Don't worry.
Oh.
Don't fucking worry about that. Anyways,
Yeah.
so
We should
you
discuss our
guys.
strategy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, do you guys have anything you want to do
Hold
to
on, no,
prepare?
you
Like,
know what?
obviously, you guys go ahead and
Chris
take
would
a
be
short
more
rest. Go ahead and take a short rest. You guys are back up to full health.
Oh, I didn't even bother marking my health down because I knew.
Yeah,
I had to
yeah.
do
Wait.
that.
Do we
Uh,
want to take?
Name wrong.
Do we want intermissions
Yes.
now?
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll talk about the plans afterwards. So we're going to go ahead and take an intermission. We'll be back in probably about 10, 15 minutes, something like that, and we'll move on to the orientation. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and we'll see you again after the break.
today. time today.
And we're back. Thank you for waiting patiently, everyone. With that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the orientation building for the Om Shinrikyo-backed computer company that Kitaro, Tsuyoshi, and Christopher have been invited to after their application and interview. It took 83 years. I'm sorry. Listen, I just couldn't stop shitting.
That's our man.
It just kept coming out.
It just wouldn't stop. I would get up and I'd have to go right on back.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's enough.
Sorry. Anyways, so as we approach the building, you guys have done a little bit of preliminary scouting because you guys have known about this for a day or two. You guys know that there are no kind of there aren't it's like the tallest building around, but and even if you there is a back alley where there is a rusted out or there is a fire escape. But unfortunately, there's no real connection to the fire escape. And after you checked out the roof from a nearby building, the top of a nearby building, you discover that there wasn't even a door on top, which is kind of that. That's definitely a fire code violation. You're kind of shocked that they haven't been paying for this. There's a loading dock in the back. There's a back alley around the side of the building where there's a loading dock for small vans and stuff like that. And there are no real windows on the ground floor or the second floor even. You can see some stuff on the third floor, which is it's a 3-story tall building. But they're so high up and you just can't get an angle into the building to see what's kind of going on below. With all that information, Kitaro, Tsuyoshi, Christopher, you guys are on the list. You guys could get in no problem to the front. What are the rest of you guys doing?
We should enter at 4-minute intervals so they know we are not connected.
I was about to say, yes, you guys did make sure to try to present yourself as separate. Whether you guys were successful, let me reword what I was about to say. Whether Tsuyoshi and Kitaro were successful at that, that's a question that you guys aren't necessarily sure of. Chris, I think, pretty much made it completely through without raising any kind of suspicion.
Chris just walked straight in. He's the star of this dog and pony show.
All right, so Chris, you walk inside. Does you guys joining him? Or are you guys out there distributing your Tsuyoshi? Are you distributing your materials?
Yes, I am giving Kumachi all of the materials, and I am giving everyone walkie-talkies, the ones that have headphones so that other people can't hear. It would be suspicious if the 3 of us had them though, so we're probably not going to be able to hear the others, but that's for them to connect.
Does Kumachi get one?
Kumachi will get one. Does he have?
I'm going to ask at this point for a group sleight of hand check to disguise the earpieces for those walkie-talkies. Well, just to disguise the earpieces for the walkie-talkie, so that Tsuyoshi, Christopher, and Kitaro don't get kind of why do you have an earpiece in? What I want is for everyone to roll sleight of hand. And if you guys manage to do 4 or more successes on a DC 15. You guys will be fine. Otherwise, you will be you look at each other and you'll be no, this is still kind of obvious.
I got an 18.
I had an 18 also.
That's 2 successes.
I got a 16.
3 successes. We need 1 more. Okay, 10. 1 failure.
I got a 3.
That's 2 failures. Michi, Ayuma?
I got 1. 18.
Oh,
18? Oh, sorry. So wait,
sorry,
that's 1, 2, 3.
No. I was the first success.
Yeah, sorry. Junko failed. Michi, what did you roll?
9.
That is a group failure.
Let's give Kumachi a roll. Give that Kumachi roll.
Okay, you know what? I'll roll for Kumachi. Now I will note that he has bear paws.
Uh-huh.
So his sleight of hand is not great.
Sleight of paw.
That was a nat 1. He's I don't know how human ears work. I don't have hands like you do. I don't have opposable thumbs. I don't know what you want me to do with this, kid.
I'll be honest. From now on, when you talk about Kumachi, I'm picturing Bread's little VR chat model.
Yes.
He's got like a little sweater
Red.
on.
You hand Kumachi the
So,
earpiece, and he just goes.
with
"Mhm."
this, I'm going with like a near failure on that group check. I'm going to say that you can get 2 people with earpieces in. One person is going to have to go in without an earpiece. Which one of you guys is it?
I'll leave this to the
I'm okay.
Blowjob Brothers, you know?
You're fine with going in blind?
I'm sure I can jerry-rig some communication method if I have to. Do I have those? Yeah.
Now I'm not going. This is just me trying to like keep track of like character features, and also like as a reminder to keep track of your character features. Chris, I think you have like limited telepathy as part of your Aberrant Mind Sorcerer package.
Not yet.
Not yet. Excuse me. That's
because that requires level 3 to start getting that shit.
Oh well, that's unfortunate. I'm really sorry to hear that. As the one who controls the level curve on this, that's
But
that's a real shame.
there's also sorcerer spells for it that I did not take. So
okay, well, that is what it is. All right.
Isn't Kumachi going in my briefcase? Isn't
Kumachi, I don't know. Is that the plan? Is it like
I don't know
Kumachi's
either.
Is it Kumachi in the briefcase, and then like he's going to exfiltrate and like infiltrate like the vents or something
why is
afterwards?
everybody bogarting Kumachi? Isn't he
At some
supposed to
point,
stay with Connie?
I do want to
Kitano
point out
is
that Kumachi was not statted for combat. Kumachi
No,
wasn't even
yeah.
statted for like skill challenges. I've been kind of like. Listen, I'm not going to say I'm improvising here. At this point, I really should come up with like a stat sheet for Kumachi. But like, I want to point out that this is not what his job is usually. He's like more of like a spiritual advisor and like an advice giver. He's not
Yeah,
like he's not like
Connie's
Not
fucking
good.
QB.
he's not like a
Well, no,
fucking
look,
an infiltration tool.
occasionally, in Sailor Moon, occasionally Luna will like tank a kick from a villain or something, but yeah, she's
Yes!
not generally
Yeah.
like jumping in combat.
And yes, you know
Kumachi's
what?
not as good as Luna.
Kumachi fulfilled that requirement earlier.
So we're
Yeah,
not
he did, he
exaggerating,
did.
right? So okay, I'm good with that. Okay.
So
yeah,
I
I'll go
like
in no
and-
comment.
and Connie is saying in the
He's going in
Discord
the
that Connie would rather Kumachi stay with her. So I think that's probably the play here. I like listen. I respect the moxie. I think that the ideas are like great. I just want to point out that this is not Kumachi's bag.
Yeah,
Damn, can I have my
in a
stuff
worst case
back?
Yeah,
I'll figure
yeah,
out
you got
something
your
afterwards,
stuff
but-
back. You got it on you.
Try to grab Kumachi, and he says, "Let me go, you little bastard."
Mhm.
I just thought it would be so funny to see him with a bandana wrapped around his head, crawling through vents.
Well, that's just true. So
He has a bow tie.
She has a bow tie?
he has a bow tie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
Kumachi,
I didn't know. about
Kumachi
this.
points his little paw up toward his bandana and just says, "Unlimited ammo."
anyway, Tsuyoshi
Oh.
goes in.
Wow! Oh! Getting sandbagged like that's brutal. Anyways, please continue. Get on it.
Tsuyoshi goes in.
All right. Tsuyoshi's in. Christopher's in. Is there anything that you guys want to do to prepare the outside crew for infiltrating? I'm good.
Junko, can Junko give any of us advantage on like a stealth skill check later?
Junko, what spells do you have prepared?
Oh, actually, yes.
I was gonna say,
Ooh,
do you have
okay.
guidance, bless? Like, what are we rocking here? What's your
Do you wanna
loadout
put
looking like?
something-
Also, Detdet, is Owlbear Rodeo supposed to be on stream?
Here in a second it will be.
Okay.
She has guidance.
She has guidance. Okay, yeah. I think that's a duration of 1 minute.
Oh no,
Oh no.
It
we have
is.
giant Chris and
Okay.
giant Tsuyoshi.
Well, that.
Oh,
that-
yeah!
Again.
So I don't think that's going. I think there's like a range on it
Yes.
too, or something along those lines. So I don't think that's going to be super useful for anyone in the crew, like going inside. But yeah, you can definitely use that for like if you need to like make a stealth check or like pick locks or something like that. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so with that, I think that we're just about ready to swap over to the new scene. Let me go ahead and swap the window capture over. Look, please enjoy Big Tsuyoshi. As we
He's
swap
big in my
over
heart.
Tsuyoshi.
to the orientation.
Cool.
Oh, there's
Oh
pizza!
God! Oh God! There's
Oh,
Big
let me see
Tsuyoshi. I'm
what's
deleting
out
him.
there.
Good, die, Big Tsuyoshi. Get out of here.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
Oh,
Onion
man.
ranks, burgers.
mix-
Is this even Japan?
Yeah, this doesn't look like Japan. There's hot dogs.
Listen, the asset pack that I was using only had so much. I
Holy shit, a
made
pair of
this.
giant
I
fists.
made this out of out of like a layout, and then I put all the like little props in myself.
Aw.
I see.
Just you got to reverse Ace Attorney this.
Oh,
and
don't move
pretend
the
those
please,
hot dogs are all like.
please don't move the chairs around. Please
Oh,
don't
sorry.
Move the chairs. Please don't move the chairs. Okay, so go ahead and position yourself wherever you are. There is so you guys
I
kind of
actually don't
walked
see
into.
myself.
Okay, so
Or
no,
anyone, really.
no,
I
you
see
guys
my
have moved.
token.
You guys have moved around. I'm gonna go ahead and place your guys' tokens here. Give me 1 second.
You might have to make mine big enough to select.
Yep.
I shrunk it down into nothing.
No, you're good. You're good. Give me 1 second. Kitaro, you guys are right around here. You guys entered in through like a landing that like also was around near the like you guys could see the loading dock from where you entered. Guys, please don't. I'm gonna ask. Please
That was
don't
an
move.
accident. That was
It's
an
okay.
accident.
It's okay. I'm gonna ask that you don't move the stuff around unless you're like taking an action to move stuff around.
No, I was trying to move the fucking map and I grabbed the table.
But yeah, so like
Happens.
right around where's the pointer? So like right around here is where you guys like walked into this entrance landing. You guys walked up the stairs, came out through here, and walked out through here after having kind of confirmed your name with like the guys at the door, who are all wearing like a really nice like a white polo, white shorts. Like they're dressed very 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 sporty over here.
Sorry,
Um,
what are these objects here? These circles?
oh, those are tables. Those are like standing tables.
Oh, okay. I see.
Like
I see.
like circular standing tables. So over here, however, is where we are going to put the rest of the crew. Give me 1 second here. You also notice that there's a set of elevators. Right around here, like right next to where you guys came in through the
Oh, okay.
through the door. God damn it! Now I'm doing it.
See?
Yeah.
It's easy to do.
Oh, that's. Oh, okay. That's moving that. I need to lock that in place. Fair.
Isn't there a way to make these items like only selectable by the GM?
Yeah, don't ask me. I did this yesterday night. Give me.
I
one
noticed the giant pair of fists, and I'm a little concerned.
So worry
Yeah,
about it.
don't worry about that. That's just an indicator. Don't worry about that. Don't,
They're just the thumb guys from Spy Kids.
Yep. So the rest of you guys are going to
The
be out
thumbwings
here.
or whatever. Yeah.
Like
What a
in this
wonderful
alley.
spread.
This is like the front. The front door is out over here. You guys are sort of like hanging around, like they're near the back alley over here. You guys are kind of like congregating like somewhere around here, just like that. Okay, so you guys walk in and you see, like I said, you guys get kind of walk through the front. The guy kind of checks your name on the list, just goes up, says, "Hey, welcome to the company. We're really happy to have you here. Go ahead and grab some food, grab some drinks. We got some stuff on a table over there. You can sit around and chat for a little bit."
Onegashimasu.
Thank you.
We
We've been trying to. He like looks over and she kind of like leans in and nods. Listen, so about the selection, there's this big initiative where we're trying to cultivate a Western mindset recently. So we just ordered a bunch of Western food for. I listen. I'm not. It's not my thing, but
Excuse
Oh,
me.
Christopher's going to ask in perfect English. Oh, do you speak English?
yes, I do speak English.
Ego ga
There you go, I'm outta
harashimasu
here. Yeah.
God.
Anyways, so yeah, you guys walk up. There's a bunch of like burgers and pizzas and it's like all McDonald's and like pizza, like local pizza joint, like boxes and
So
stuff like
Yoshi
that.
is thinking to himself how much Connie would have loved this.
There's also like there's also like some
just like my
sodas.
visits back home. Or
There's some
back to
soda. There's some
American
tea.
family.
There's also like there's a couple beers saying like one like limit two. No more than two. Just stuff like that. You guys can go ahead and grab what you want out of that if you guys want to grab something to eat. Meanwhile, the other group goes ahead and they're like kind of like looking around the alley. Like the front's kind of busy. There's a couple people who've been walking in. Like it's not like a huge stream, but like it's often enough that like something it's still like people are still gathering. You guys are kind of like looking around the alley, taking a look at the loading dock in the back, and you see that there are two guys like wearing like once again they're wearing like a sort of like a white uniform. They're wearing like white polo, white shorts. And they're just having a smoke break out there.
I feel a little overdressed.
You are a little overdressed. You are the only one in like a full suit. Like there's a couple of people who are like wearing like dress shirts and like a couple of people with a tie, but you're the only one in like a full suit with the jacket.
It keep happening.
Mm-hmm. I see that that Christopher and Tsuyoshi are getting right in there. He's got double wieners. It's crazy.
Blowjob brothers.
Is Kitaro grabbing anything to eat either?
I'm eating actual chicken wings. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Is your character also eating?
No, I'd say he's looking around, trying to see what he can figure out.
Okay.
What the fuck are those rooms?
Go ahead, Christopher and Tsuyoshi. Go ahead and give me a Constitution check.
Oh no!
Holy shit!
Food poisoning.
It's not good.
I don't know if it's food poisoning. I think it may be
I assume drugging.
Did you say Constitution check?
I said Constitution saving throw.
14.
That's a 14.
Oh, they both failed. They absolutely.
Okay,
both
yeah,
failed.
don't worry about it. You guys are enjoying your meal.
I'm
Saving throws are typically like. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
Is there anything I'm noticing around here? I'm just looking around, perceiving. You know.
Go ahead and make me an perception check real quick.
Yeah, let me.
And acrobatics.
That's like a what? Let me see. That is a. Is that a 13? Yeah, that's a 13 total.
I mean, you're looking around. You notice, like, it's like a rental hall. It's like the place seems like pretty well kept. Like, obviously there's like some stuff like here and there. You notice that like there's like some wear on some of the doors and stuff like that. Like it's like a nice building, but it's been well taken care of. But there's still like wear and tear here. Like there's like over by the chairs. There's like people are starting to congregate. There's a lot of people over by the tables. They're kind of eating and chatting a little bit. There's a woman who seems like who's over like a little bit close to the stage who is like also wearing like a white dress that you were like, well, this is probably like somebody with the company or the cult or whoever. But you actually recognize somebody who's there over at the tables. You see give me 1 second here. You managed to see Gakuto Seiji. That's kind of like the very kind of unfortunately sweaty, like balding, like just hitting like that bad side of middle aged, like the guy who was running your guys' interviews. He's over by he's over by the tables. He's chatting with a couple people. And that's what you see with a 13 perception. Nothing like outwardly suspicious.
Cool. Yeah, I got you.
Girls, you guys are like looking around once again. How are you guys want to approach this? Do you guys want to provide girls and
kills you guys looking around. So it's cool.
What is the what are the people who aren't the Blowjob Brothers plus Kitaro doing in this moment? Are you guys wanting to like hold off until like people have stopped coming in? Do you want to try to infiltrate now? What are you guys doing?
Can I say Michi? Could I try just walking? Okay, but first of all, Michi got cigarettes, just as a way to have something to do with her hands.
Yeah.
I'd like to just like wander up to lean against the wall under that street lamp and, light a cigarette and just take that as an opportunity to sort of get a better look at what's around there.
Oh,
without
right over here?
appearing too weird. Yeah.
Yeah, sure thing. Go ahead.
Just to get a
Go ahead and roll me. I don't want to do this. Go ahead and roll me a deception, performance,
no.
or I guess a stealth check, whichever one you want to do out of those three.
Okay. Well, I have a definite preference. Remembering charisma is -2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 22. Stealth check.
22.
Nice.
You are like you make it look like you're just like you've had like a long shift. You're walking out of like one of the other buildings. Like you kind of like double back and like cross around so that you're going from like you're going from like here like you go from like here, you double back and walk around to make sure you're looks like you're coming from around the way over here, and like you're just ducking
Okay.
back in the alley for a smoke. Go ahead and roll me with a perception check with advantage then.
Okay. So it's 15. What's my perception? 18.
18. With an 18 perception check, you see that like obviously there's like this car doesn't exist. Don't worry about that. That's just what I had access.
Okay.
This is just what I had access to.
Mhm,
The
mhm.
van over here does.
Sure.
It is over in the back. It's like a non-distinct. It's like a very sort of classic like blackout van sort of like it's got the sliding side doors. It's got the things in the back. Side panels are what they are. But behind it, you can see like the one guy over here smoking, and he's clearly talking with another person who you can see a vapor trail of smoke coming up over there. You also see that like he just looks like a guy. Like this guy over here looks just like a guy. You don't see anything that's like particularly weird about him. He's chatting. They're having a smoke break. Seems like you do notice that he runs out of one cigarette and then he immediately goes for another one. So you don't know exactly how long like they've been out here or how long they're going to continue to be out here, but clearly this is not a one cigarette smoke break for him.
Okay.
As for the other person, you can't quite like you
Mm.
see a little bit. Like what you can do is as you're kind of walking, like you pace a little bit. Like I said, you're making it look natural. Like you just like you're stressed. You're coming off of like a long shift or like something bullshit just happened at work, and like you're smoking for like the nicotine and for the endorphins.
Have I lit my cigarette yet? How quickly have I done this?
This is like I said. Do you want to have like smoked your cigarette?
I was just thinking, can I go and pretend my lighter isn't working and go and ask this guy for a light?
Yeah, you haven't. If you have, that's the case. That you haven't. Like you're playing like I said with that roll from earlier. You can absolutely just like like you're futzing about. You're like, oh, of all the fucking things that are happening, like my thing's broken. Fucking incredible.
Can I just try and make eye contact with this guy and like mime
Yeah.
lighter?
Heck, you can just go ahead and walk on over and ask. Like go ahead and do that. Once again, with that deception check earlier, I think you're covered for this interaction. So like, yeah, you walk up and you're like,
cool. Right,
what do you say? Yeah, what do you say as you walk up? Oh, hey, yeah, sure thing. He like kind of like flicks like a cheap lighter. It's like a Zippo, but it's like you can tell that it's like not a fancy. It's not fancy. It's like kind of like a cheap piece of shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a shitty Zippo. And like he like lights your cigarette for you. And while he's doing that, go ahead and roll me another perception check to kind of get another look at the guy who was like a little bit behind the van.
Oh, that's 8.
8. With an 8, like I said, you're a lot closer. Once again, it's just another guy as far as you can tell. But there is, but you do notice that there is like a sort of like there's a lock on the door. You can't tell if it's engaged or not at the moment.
Okay.
But there is absolutely a lock on the door. Whether or not they've locked the door behind them, whether it's an auto lock and they have to turn the key to get back in, you're not sure. You don't recognize like anything about it. It's not a. I mean, you've been in the city for like after having been out in the country for God knows how long. Like some of the modern, like the more modern interpretations of these sort of devices are like a little bit lost on you.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you
All
guys.
Right, well, I might just hang, and then for a second to smoke my cigarette, and then leave the alleyway again. Just back to
So
where the
yeah,
other guys are, I assume.
yeah. I mean, their small talk calms down a little bit while you're here, but like they're just like kind of like they're just like talking about some shit. They're like, yeah, whatever, and then like you're like, oh, and then you finish up your cigarette. You're like, hey, thank you very much, and then you go ahead and get on out of there.
Okay, I'll just relay what I
Wait.
heard to the others.
Sorry, did the second one look like he was involved with the cult?
Like I said, he's just wearing a uniform. Like they were both wearing uniforms. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like the white polo and like the white shorts.
Okay. Would we be able to clock that as being part of the cult, or
Go ahead and roll me a
just
history
think
check.
they're workers? Me?
Yeah. Roll a history check.
I feel like Connie should have permanent disadvantage on these.
Yeah, true.
I can.
History will be a total of 20.
Total of 20. With the total of 20, you remember like hearing about some articles, and you remember from your own experiences with like the cultists in the club room that the Amshin Rikyo's cult is like one of their big trademarks is that like they have like they have an all white uniform for like their religious ceremonies and stuff like that. It's supposedly like represent like the purity of thought that their like sect preaches or whatever, but like I mean it's the same old bullshit that you can find anywhere, that sort of thing. But you get the idea that like, hey, all white, like polo, all white shorts, both of them are wearing it. That's probably some kind of uniform. They probably are in some way, shape, or form associated, if not with the cult, then with the company that is controlled by the cult.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have an idea. We can't get through any of the back doors with those two guys just hanging around. What if Ayamu and I go in there pretending to have a fight, and then we just take both of them out? Wham, wham.
Wait, you're suggesting that you and I pretend to have a fight and then somehow beat them up?
Yes?
I was going to say,
as well.
what we have. Okay, you go
Or
first.
even you go.
Junko. No, you go, Junko.
I have sleep.
Ooh, that could
Oh,
work.
All right.
Yeah. I would also note, we should be able to get over their heads if we're quiet enough. We got stairs.
Yes, there
Assuming
is.
these stairs aren't so noisy that we can't climb them properly.
I mean, they're
have-
metal. They're metal stairs. They're not meant to be quiet. They're like if you, I can tell you right now, if you go up there, it's gonna, and especially if you're trying to do it without attracting attention, it's a stealth roll of disadvantage.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
advantage. Oh.
Damn.
Do we have the
Oof.
WD-40?
It's like that's like a
Don't have that
structural
much.
issue. It's not like a lubricant issue. It's like you put your foot on it and like the pieces of it are clapping together.
I would
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
thought I was thinking beforehand, like how is he gonna get like other people in if needed? So
Well, how much
don't know.
rope did you get?
that's just on his mind.
Well,
That's right.
okay. Well, with that 13 perception check from earlier, give me one second. Let me kind of like move my perspective. God damn it! Let me go ahead and move my perspective back a little bit more towards the other room. So you noticed, as you were walking in, you saw like the door to the loading dock. The door to the loading dock is kind of like on the opposite side of like the entranceway, like on that ground floor. But there's also like an elevator down here, which leads a little bit more like, as far as you're aware, this is like from the outside. There's maybe one more floor above you, but like you don't think like this is where the action is going to be. The elevators do lead a little bit more directly to the floor, and you haven't really seen, like, you've been here for a couple minutes now. You haven't really seen anyone using the elevators one way or the other. But you do know that they are a little bit closer to the entrance, to like the shipping entrance. Like you're assuming that this is like to be used to like bring stuff up. This over here is like a bathroom. Like it's labeled as a bathroom.
Yeah, obviously.
And then there are like 3 rooms over here as well. You haven't seen anything going on in there one way or another. No one's kind of come in or out. Although you have to assume that like some of this food came from somewhere. Like there's got to be some sort of prep area, at the very least, something going on back there. But yeah, so that's your perspective on this sort of thing. Going back, actually, as you're kind of like looking at this, God, it's really unfortunate that like you design an NPC to be kind of like a forgettable, like sort of like middle manager type, and then you completely forget his name. Gakto actually ends up, Gakto Seiji ends up like Chris, as you're kind of like sitting down in the back over there, you actually see Gakto like kind of like you see like him catch your eye. Like obviously there's that sign of recognition. He like was the one who did your interview. He like waves at you and he's starting to come on over. Hey, Christopher, right? Glad you could make it.
Yes. Hello, Gakuto.
You
Gakuto-san.
Oh, you remember my name. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. I know I don't. He kind of like laughs like in a self-deprecating manner. I know I don't tend to have a whole lot of presence with sort of these sort of things, but
I cast X.
I'm choosing to believe
has a
that's
V
a
up
joke.
on it.
I'm choosing to
It
believe
is
that's
a
a joke. Okay.
It is.
Okay.
God damn it.
Swear to God.
Incredible. Well, I know that I don't have a tendency to have too much presence at these sort of things, but I like to come on by and like see how things are doing and see how the people I've hired are doing at the orientations. I like to think that it's a how do I want to put it? It's nice to see the future of the company coming up in front of you.
Yes, I hope I can be oh God, I just lost my
asset?
word.
An asset?
Yeah, I hope I can be an asset for a future of this company.
Great asset.
Great
Well,
asset.
listen, I think you're going to be a great Christopher. I think you're going to be a great fit. Your number,
asset.
I a great asset. In fact, a fantastic asset. I was really impressed by your scores. We haven't had somebody score that high in quite a while, actually. We're very excited to see what you can do here. And I think you're gonna enjoy the presentation. I think I like. He's kind of like seems almost embarrassed. He's like, it's a little corny to say, but like I really think that these sort of things are like really important to go to. I think our company has a really great message, and it's really enlightening. It feels like I always feel like a lighter after I come to some of these things. Like I feel more confident about my job.
Well, hopefully I will too.
Well, I hope you. Like I said, I'm not going to go ahead and keep you up. I'm sure. I see that you're excited, and you know what? You're right to be. We got a real winner of a speaker today, Miss. Give me one second here. Miss Hayase is just an absolute, just the best we've got in terms of like onloading and like she has some real stage presence. I tell you.
Can you
I
spell
look
that name
forward
for
to
us?
seeing you.
Hayase, Hase, Hase. Or,
Could I hear
Wait,
that?
did you say
over the
Hayase or
walkie-talkie?
Hase?
I accidentally said Hayase. I meant Hase. Hase.
I couldn't possibly hear that from where I am, right?
Well, yeah, no, you guys, yeah, well, there's like I guess if you want to like roll an active, like Kitaro, if you want to roll an active perception check to kind of listen in on the conversation. Tsuyoshi, I think you're genuinely just too far away with the hubbub of like, people talking and eating and stuff like that.
I don't think I'm gonna listen in on the convo. I'm just like I am paying attention though, like to Chris, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like
I just wanted to cross-reference that name with the birthday list.
You know what? Actually, Christopher, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Oh, hold on. Let me remember what I got on that. I think that's.
Hey, hear me.
Oh, no,
There's a
it's
sheet
intelligence. Okay.
that you could put all that information on so you don't have to remember it.
Well, no, yeah, I had to go look at it. I didn't have it currently
Just in front of
like,
him.
selected.
Yep.
15.
15? With a 15, you realize that this is like a lady who is in the upper management. Like this is a lady who is definitely above Gato, who like was somebody who he was trying to schmooze up to.
Her thetan levels must be quite high.
Oh, she's
God,
wonderful.
damn it.
He completely like rolls past your reference like it's like water off a duck's back. Like he just completely plows on. He doesn't even seem like he acknowledges it.
Scientology was around at this point, right? Hold on.
I don't. I
You
could not.
you
tell
certainly wouldn't know about
I think
it.
so. Well, no, Chris has been to America. Chris is
Yeah.
half American.
Yeah,
Like,
Chris is Chris
knows
is a bit
things
of
about
a
America.
Yeah, Chris is a bit of a Westaboo, and I think he's also an
Yeah,
occult
and
club
he is a
member. I
Westaboo.
feel like this
Yeah.
is the exact person in Japan who would know about Scientology.
But he
Um,
did literally say that as a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Scientology's been around since the 50s.
Yeah, like I think Gakuto just does not understand what you said, and he's just
Yeah,
full of
that would go straight over his head.
I've been getting so much Scientology stuff in mail recently. One must have moved into my neighborhood.
No.
Oh,
that's
no.
really unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Anyways, so you guys are continuing your conversation. We're gonna go ahead and cut back to the alley. So have you guys decided on what you guys want to do with this? Like you said something about staging a fight, maybe?
Honestly, the sleep sounds better.
Sleep does sound better.
We still have to get close enough.
What's the range? What's the range on sleep, by the way? Human, could you go ahead and cross-reference that for me, or I can actually.
Yeah, let me check.
I feel like the
For
the
you.
gun is being jumped just a little bit. You know, I just
Yeah, we might. Well,
might want to hold off on it for a little bit. Play it cool.
Yeah.
They could just go inside.
Sleep
Oh,
also
you could
only
try.
works for
Yeah,
one
you could.
day.
You
I
could
mean,
try
I
to
wouldn't-
talk your. You could try to talk your way past the guy in the front. Like he's the only real barrier between you and it getting into this thing.
I have sleep up. I have the information on
Yeah.
sleep.
Okay.
It's 90 feet.
90 feet. Give me.
It's also concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay, so
it's not hard to use. Yeah.
Yeah. So give me 1 second here. Let me grab the.
So yeah, I'm definitely not saying don't use sleep. I'm just saying like I feel like we can explore
Could you be
options a
able?
little.
Yeah, you
not
could as
conversation.
long as you could like peek around the alley or something like that to be able to get line of sight to be able to get one of these. Like you have plenty of room to be able to do that.
Oh, is sleep concentration in the
Yeah,
2025 version?
2024. Oh yeah, we're using 2014 rules.
Yeah, because 2014 it's just says duration 1 minute.
There's no concentration on it.
Sorry.
That's all good.
It's okay.
Listen, that's
I guess
that's.
I don't
I
think
guess
the
the thing-
concentration
Oh,
would have
you're
been hard
using
to
you're
implement.
using the new player's handbook. Okay, gotcha.
I think the thing is that once we put them to sleep, if we go in, we have a minute before they wake up and say, "Hey, something's gone wrong," unless we
Yeah.
like tie them up or some
Yeah,
shit,
that's
put them in the
true.
back of the van.
Yeah, you
That's
could.
also an option. Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, yeah, the van's right there.
I mean,
Yeah.
is it unlocked though?
And
Now,
here I thought that Tsuyoshi would be the only one with the plans.
With the sleep radius.
but yeah, as of right
Oh,
now,
don't worry,
like
I got one to it.
as of right now, you're still seeing a couple people going inside. Like it's slowing down, and like it's like you're checking your time. Like it was supposed to. It's starting. Like they were asked to be here like about 5 minutes ago. So you have a couple stragglers or whatever. But like, so things are about to start, but it hasn't started yet. You can tell.
Okay. Do you want to? Yeah. Do you want to go? Do you want to be in the back, or do you want to just wait until we hear something and burst in, or what do you want to do?
I must say, you guys do have the walkie-talkies. You could radio it, ask to see what the situation inside is looking like.
Do the others?
I would
have the
assume there's-
walkie-talkies?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys all have
they have
walkie-talkies.
earpieces.
You
Yeah.
guys have they have earpieces.
Okay.
Well, two of us do.
Mm.
And I think it was Kitara that said he does
Yeah,
want one.
I'll
Kitaro
go with
doesn't
that,
have
yeah.
one. He
Kitaro's-
might be
yeah,
tapping
Kitaro's-
into the radio signal, but
Oh, right, Kitaro's the tech guy. Maybe he
Yeah.
has his own radio.
I mean, listen, I feel like it wouldn't be hard for Kitaro to just like nudge Chris if anything gets communicated, and like Chris could.
Yeah.
communicate.
Sometimes being
Okay, hang on.
being
Can
smart
I-
is like
can I
realizing that you can just like ask somebody for what's going on instead of having to build a whole contraption.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe we just let the guys inside know that if they need our help, to just give us like 20 to 30 seconds to get in.
You'll know what
we
the
can get in
signal
pretty.
is.
We can get in pretty easily.
Yeah.
But just give us a heads up.
You'll know the
These are
signal.
windows, right? These here.
That it's a wall. It's
Okay,
what
it's a wall.
like the window. There are windows like this is like kind of like almost like a 2-story sort of floor. And like
Where did my elbow window
above
go?
everything
There it
else, like there are windows like small windows on like the floor above, but like nothing you would be able to see out of or like
Okay.
So just to verify, we're not busting in. We're just waiting until they need us.
That might be best, yeah. Because once we bust in, there's probably like a time limit on how long before people notice that shit's gone fucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also don't know what we're looking for.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
so you can see that things are starting to kind of like get a little bit busier inside, guys. Is there anything that you guys want to do before things start? Because you can see people are starting to kind of make their way to their chairs.
Oh, can I do something now?
Oh yeah, please go ahead. What do you got?
Junko cast Hex.
So I have Vigilant Blessing.
Sorry, what's blessing?
Vigilant.
Vigilant blessing. Give me 1 second here.
I mean, yeah, I suppose the other thing is if we just want to like snoop around what's in their back rooms, if we're trying to find stuff, I mean, I suppose while the meeting's going on, that's the best time to do it.
Yeah, vigilant.
It depends if we're
Split
here to
off.
help them or if we're here to investigate.
We could split off.
It seems to have no duration, so I figure I can use it now.
Vigilant Blessing the Night has taught you to be vigilant. As an action, you can give one creature you touch, possibly including yourself, advantage on the next initiative roll the creature makes. This benefit ends immediately after the roll, or if you use this feature again. Yeah, absolutely. You can use that on yourself, or you can use that on anyone else that you have around you. And there is no duration on it.
I want to use it on Connie.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you can genuinely just give it to everyone. I don't see a duration on it, and I don't see anything that says like you would be limited or like the effect ends if you use it on somebody else. Oh wait, no, the benefit ends immediately after the roll, or if you use this feature again. Never mind. So you can use it on one person. So you use it on Connie, you said?
Yeah.
Sorry, I almost read that as way more busted than it is. Okay, so Connie, you're going to have advantage on your next initiative roll. So when things pop off, you will probably be like higher up in that turn order. Okay, so with that's done for Junko. Anything you guys want to do inside before like you're expected to start taking your seats?
Okay, Tsuyoshi is going to stand next to the table of food, and he's going to just sort of very performatively act like, maybe that's something that the food didn't agree with me very well. I'm feeling a little sick.
Okay, so you're heading to the bathroom?
Yeah, no, but I'm also trying to make it look like so the other people will see me and be like, oh, that guy's sick, so he's probably going to be a while in the toilet.
You see like one or two people who are like, unfortunately, like most people who are here have gotten their food already. A lot of them are like people who are coming back for seconds or something like that. They see you holding your stomach though, and you're like, oh wow, that didn't agree with me. And like you see a couple of them like kind of surreptitiously put a couple things back.
Yeah, and then he just sort of sprints into the. I assume this is
the
not
men's
a
room.
sex dungeon.
No, yeah, the men's room is the one labeled sex dungeon. That who did that? Who did that?
And he's going to look around in this tiny hallway. And is anyone in here?
No one's in there. It's actually quite empty for now.
He's gonna slip it these stairs.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
This is gonna only go well.
Yeah. A patented Tsuyoshi plan.
I once again, I gotta respect the fact that he's always willing to swing big.
All right, it's an 11.
11. Gotcha. Well, there was.
Rogue out there.
Well, you don't make a bunch of noise as you're going through, so you're actually fine. You kind of come up the stairs. There's actually, you know what? There is that other guy at the door. Give me 1 second here. Let me. He doesn't seem to notice as you walk up as you manage to slip up the stairs. You kind of walk out. There's you have to go up like another 2 floors. But you do like eventually make it to sort of like a small office at the top of the stairs. And there is a locked door between you and like the office.
Our rogue, he found a locked door.
Oh no.
Good job.
Hey,
Tsuyoshi.
do you have good stealth?
Yeah, I actually do.
Okay. What if you and I had a snoop around
That's what I was
while these
thinking.
guys are doing this? Yeah.
Yeah, while the
and
people stay behind.
Yeah, but also while there's a meeting going on, so everyone's distracted. Like you assume people indoors would be a bit more distracted.
Well,
Be a
there
good time to snoop.
is. So that
You want to?
I like that idea, but it's also one of those things of like, how are you getting in? Because like the only other entrance other than the front door, as far as you're aware, is that.
Yeah, I'm saying we sleep we sleep these guys in the back. We leave Barry and Junko to like tie them up and stick them in a van or something. Put them in the bin.
Connie.
Connie and Junko. I saw the word Barry in the thing. Connie and Junko to like deal with them, and Yumu and I go inside to have a sneak around.
Okay.
How does that feel?
That feels pretty good.
All right.
Connie?
Luigi's gonna
Junko?
win it again.
I was
You
about to say,
could distract-
if you guys
distract
want to slip in, you might want to consider all going in together because like if once sleep wears off, it like things are probably going to be weird. Like unless you guys want to just like tie them up or like incapacitate them somehow or like
Van,
like
van.
I said, tie 'em up,
That's definitely the
put 'em in the
plan
van.
because they're going to be like we're if they wake up, they're just going to go inside and hey, say someone can't sleep on us. I assume.
Heads up, sleep has a health maximum.
It
Yeah,
does.
it does.
Oh,
But surely these guys don't have very
Couple.
high HP, right?
Yeah, like it's one of those things where like as far as like Michi was aware with her perception checks, like these guys are just like normal dudes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are
So like
level
8 hit
2.
points each or so. So more than likely. Yeah, okay. Do you want to do that? Then we'll tie him up and put him somewhere. We'll just tie him up and chuck and then go inside.
Okay.
Is that
but I have
everyone or
the
just you and
business
me?
Back up.
I think at this point, like I think if you guys are going in, I feel like if maybe it's like if you guys are tying them up and putting them in the van, you guys are just like hanging out, like the two not stealthy people are like hanging out, and then like Michi and Oyumu kind of like go upstairs and like are trying to like sneak around.
18 points each requires me to roll very high, so be prepared for battle anyway.
Okay.
All right. Do you guys want to?
Speaking, is Junko wearing heavy armor?
Junko is I think wearing medium armor.
She is.
Or no, wait, is it heavy armor? Are you going like heavy armor? I thought it was like a chainmail.
Why don't we do this? You can do this Hitman style where we knock them out, take their clothes, and Junko and Connie put on their clothes and stand there pretending to be them while we go inside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
I mean-
girl.
Brilliant
Okay.
plan. I no notes.
Bunny is white and looks like a baby.
Junko is Asian and looks like a baby.
I wanted to
Okay,
switch
so-
to medium before this, but I never said it, so I assume I didn't switch.
That's fine. I'm not like I said. Armor's more of like an abstraction in this sort of setting. It's like a mechanical thing that like yes, you'll go for it. But like if you want to swap to like a set of medium armor or like something that's like relatively cost the same, like yeah, go ahead. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna be like an asshole about that. So yeah, do you guys want to go ahead and cast sleep and try to get that taken care of?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Maybe me and Ayumu like just walk around the corner like we're walking at the van or something. Like
Yeah.
I know they'll have already seen, but just something to distract them for a few seconds to help Junko.
Yeah, sure thing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do you still have their lighter?
No.
That'd be a good way to.
Yeah, he didn't
go
hand
back.
it over. He saw like a girl walking up, and he's like, "Oh, okay, like, well, I'm gonna be suave about it."
wow.
Did you swoon, Michi?
No.
He was just
Okay,
some
fair.
guy.
These dudes are scrubs.
He was like in his like mid-30s.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, do we do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Junko, if you'd like to cast sleep, go ahead and we'll.
So can you tell me what to roll in 2014?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds here. Let me.
It's like 5d8.
It's like 5d8. Yeah.
That's a lot of d8s.
Give me
No,
2
it is
seconds
5d8.
here.
I have
Okay,
it pulled up.
5d8. Thank you. So yeah, roll 5d8 in bowling really quick.
Creatures within 20 feet.
That's 24 total. That's 24 total health. You see. Okay, so I'm gonna give me 2 seconds here. I'm gonna describe what's happening. As you're casting sleep, we're gonna actually go ahead and cut over to the conference hall. everyone's settling up. Everyone is settling into their seats. If you guys would like to choose where you are.
All right, I think it has.
And yeah, Tsuyoshi is still up in the office. Tsuyoshi, what do you want to do while this is all happening? I'm assuming you want to try to pick the lock.
What do you
I,
point the top of your
I-
head?
I will make I'll take a lesson from what happens the other night, and I will listen to what's on the other side of the door before I try picking it.
Okay, make me an
Just to
active
make sure
perception
no
check.
one's there. Yay.
I didn't realize I could mirror my token, so that's cool. Fucking
That's a 6.
That's
It's a
a
6.
6. You don't hear anyone behind that door.
Okay, I begin lockpicking.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check. While Lager is while Tsuyoshi is picking that lock, you see a woman in a white dress. It's like mid thigh. It's very tastefully cut, very chic. She's got long hair. She's like very pretty. She's got like a very sort of like angular face. She walks up in front of the thing, and like the lights start to go down a little bit, and like the board behind her, like there's like a presentation area where there's like a projector above you guys, starts up, and she's like, "Hey, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for choosing our company to work at. I still haven't decided the name for this company. This is it's really fucked up how I haven't done that, so I have to keep calling it this company."
Is it Mirai?
It was Mirai Software Solutions. Yeah, excuse me. Thank you for
Yeah.
choosing Mirai Software Solutions. I apologize. I completely forgot about that. Completely out of my brain. Out of my brain. No, she didn't say all that. No, that was me. That was me rambling on in character. Anyways, she reaches up. Thank you for choosing Mirai Software Solutions. We're on the cutting edge of software development. We have many clients, including both in the private and public sectors. We're a new organization, but we're making big strides and we're making big change. Like she goes through a couple like slides and like PowerPoint and stuff like that. She's going on about like we here at Mirai are our family. We depend on each other. It's we're looking out for the future. We're looking out for each other. We're here to make sure that you have a place with us moving forward. And then she clicks a slide, and a strange geometric pattern flashes on the wall, and you see her start to move her hands, and you see her like her voice she starts speaking a bunch of words that don't truly make sense together. Kitaro, I'm going to need you and Chris to roll me a will saving throw or a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Chris is done for.
Now,
did you really?
I need you to know that the DC for the food for the drugs and the food to not affect you was 14. You guys scraped past that shit. You would have been rolling with disadvantage otherwise.
Okay, yeah, I hit 15.
Oh,
hit 15.
Dettet, little do you realize that I'm already rolling with disadvantage for a wisdom save.
I see.
Let's fucking go.
What do you got? What do you got, Chris?
8.
Oh.
Oh no.
Hitaro, you feel
9. Yeah, that
okay.
Wait. Yeah, that's a 9. Okay, yeah,
okay.
8.
Okay. Kitaro, you feel yourself start to slide under. Like you feel yourself like your eyes you're so caught up in the geometric patterns that are on the screen. You're so caught up in like the motion, the repetition. You're trying to find how these angles intersect. It's moving slightly and you're trying to figure out, and then you realize that and then you've like snapped back to yourself. You realize what's happening and you've managed to fight off the effect. Chris, your brain is somewhere else. You are in a world where whatever this woman says to you is what's most important. Like she is beautiful, she is truth, she is everything that you have ever wanted. Whatever she tells you is what matters to you.
Kitara's just like, this is an awesome Winamp visualization.
Yeah, no, okay,
Yeah.
so like I'm aware that Tsuyoshi's out of the zone because I've been keeping an eye on everything.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
No, that's all I've been doing this whole time.
Oh,
is keeping
okay.
track of everything going
Keeping
on.
track of everyone.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and say that. Yeah, no, you realize that something is fucked up with him.
Okay. And now this presentation is like, shit, what's happening to Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys really not sitting together?
As this is happening, we're going to take a second and we're going to cut back to the alley.
Okay.
Give me one.
By the way, I got a 13 on my sleight of hand.
13 on your sleight of hand.
Yeah.
You hear a click as the lock opens up.
Everyone be ready to fucking go.
Oh yeah, we're ready.
You see the first guy, like the guy over here, the one that you saw that saw you earlier was the one who like did the zipper ladder. He's out like a light. And then you hear something odd from behind the van. It's like the sound. The van's fine. There's no real windows to break here, and you're not seeing any damage on the van. But it almost sounds like breaking glass. Like it sounds like something has shattered. It sounds like, but like it's not just shattered glass. It's like the howled wind. It's something breaking that wasn't meant to break.
Can I make a Arcana check?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. 19.
With a 19, you genuinely have no idea what this is. In terms of you have no, like, not just that, like, not only do you not know like what this is, you know that like there is nothing like this that you have seen. There is nothing that is nothing that you have ever seen or heard before or heard described before. This is something that's so indescribable to you that you're like, that your instinctive reaction to this is that this is wrong and this is not meant to be this way. Is like it's frankly very unsettling. Do
the rest of us get that sense too?
I mean, you guys know that this is wrong. That like you have this like this incredibly uncomfortable feeling in the back of your head, and like you're part of you wants nothing more than to kind of like turn on your heel and run at this point. But you don't have that exact same like Michi has obtained sort of like almost a scientific understanding of like, no, this is incorrect, whereas you're like, this feels bad. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I get you. This is
so this guy is
checking in with Kumashi.
So this guy's out of commission. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of set him off to the side here. He kind of slumps against the wall and like he's like out. His cigarette is kind of like his cigarette kind of like falls to the side and it's smoking still. And around the corner you see not this man anymore, but some sort of strange apparition. Some sort of like it's like a vaguely humanoid figure, but it's for all intents and purposes, like Michi, you understand more than anyone else. This thing is almost like a hole in the world. This is like you see that he is like sort of like flickering and he's juddering at odd angles. It's like it's like looking at a tape, like a tape on a VCR that's stuttering.
Okay, that's fucked.
So that's happening there.
Sorry,
I'm going to
this at all?
I don't know what the fuck that thing is, kid, but that's fucked. That's not right.
What the fuck is that?
Fuck out of here!
What is that thing? What the fuck is that thing? And I'm gonna need everyone in that alley to roll initiative.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I get advantage.
Special ups to Connie.
19.
19?
Roll
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah, goddamn.
4.
Okay.
That was
19.
a nat 1.
Ooh.
19.
19, 4,
Hey.
18.
19 buddies.
Okay,
High
so
five.
Come in.
Fiend,
What's going on up there?
Fiend, Barry.
Are we getting any
19.
sense of this?
Sorry, Junko, what was that?
7.
4, okay. Human 7.
All right, someone write down this initiative order.
And let me go ahead and roll.
I think Fiend.
That's got it.
Yeah, I
think
got it.
Detdet is.
I got it. Also,
can
give me
too.
1 second here. Fiend, what's your dexterity score? And Barry, what's your dexterity score? The score, not the number, not the
Guys.
modifier.
18.
12.
18. Okay, so Fiend is first act.
Mhm.
18. Barry 12. So that's the tiebreaker. And then this thing rolled an 8. What do I want to say? What do I want to say that's not going to give? What do I want to write for this thing that's not going to give too much away?
Question
Let's
mark,
just say,
question mark, question mark.
let's just say creature. Creature 8.
You said it's a hole in the world?
Yes, I described it as like like Michi specifically had like the impression looking at it that it was like a hole in the world.
Is this and this has replaced the guy that was there, right?
You don't know how much of it was like it replaced the guy or it was the guy all along and it was hiding.
Okay.
Like I said, for all intents and purposes, when you looked at it earlier, all you thought you saw was a guy. But clearly something is different.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. Can I act?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do 1 round of combat out here, and then we're going to go ahead and swap back over to what's happening inside.
Woohoo.
Okay.
So, like I said, Fiend, you are, sorry, Michi, you are first act. 30 feet to the creature.
Okay. Okay. So I can get to the creature.
Yes, you can get to the creature and swing.
Okay. Yes, I will do that. I will have a swing.
Okay.
Remembering how to do all of this.
Go ahead and roll me 1d20, and then add your proficiency
Yep.
modifier and your dexterity modifier because you have a you are using a finesse weapon.
Yeah, I think it's already counted on my 2 hits, so I'm of a +6 to 10, 16.
Okay, so a 16. Give me 1 second. I got a weird effect.
Is it already added into my 2 hit thing on the sheet?
Potentially, your proficiency bonus should be +2, and your dexterity
and Dex
modifier
+4, so yeah, +6. Yeah,
okay,
+6
so it is.
right. Yeah.
Let me see. If that hits, go ahead and roll me damage.
Yep. 7.
Okay. You go ahead and strike. You land a solid enough blow, but like it's not nearly as a vital spot as you would have liked, and like you're unsettled by this information that you've kind of like found, or like the lack of information rather. It's kind of throwing you off a little bit. As you strike through, you notice that it's once again you're reminded of like the creature from like the cutting face, the scissor woman from the university, where like your blade is striking a blow and there's resistance and there's damage being done, but it's like you're slicing through gelatin.
Right. Okay. Am I able to action surge now? And
Yes, you can absolutely act. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I might just do that before it gets a chance to do anything. Okay, so that's that's 25. I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah, you know what? That probably hits. Yeah.
Okay, and damage is 9.
9. Okay.
go ahead. Yeah, I'm just really desperate to whack this thing as many times as I can before it gets to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds here. Let me go ahead and write this down real quick. Actually, I'm gonna open it. Okay. Got that noted down. Barry, Connie, you're up.
I'm writing this
I don't know what
down
it
in
is
the
about
correct
Connie.
ones. Hang on. There we go.
I don't know what it is about Connie specifically,
okay.
but no one's
Yeah,
seems to be able to
Barry,
get her name right.
No, it's just because I don't know. Like Connie and Barry both have the IE like sort of like sound at the end or the Y
I
sound at the end.
understand. I have that
Listen,
problem
Detdet,
too.
listen, Detdet, be better.
Yeah, you're right. I should be better. This is shameful.
Okay, well, Connie, wait, where's the measurer thing? I'm guessing this
measuring
is at
tape.
more than like 30 feet.
Yeah, here, give me 1 second. Yeah, so over here is 10, and from 10, give me 1 second. There's got to be a way. So from here to here is going to be 30. So you can get to right here, basically.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
If you want, you can take a dash action and then transform, and then be right up in there for next time, and like be close so that if like this thing pulls away, you can get an opportunity attack.
Yeah, okay. Connie will definitely do that. She will run over. I'm just laughing from embarrassment. Yell out, "Gravity wave, make up!" And transform into a magical girl with her giant
This
hair.
awful eldritch like fucking like thing that's wrong, and you're like, yeah, time to transform and roll out.
I have a name, Detdet.
No. No.
Yeah,
Right,
if she
this
hadn't said the
creature
henchman
actually
phrase,
is
I would
kinda
have let her do
eldritch,
it.
though.
So that's.
This creature is actually kind of eldritch, though. You know,
Yeah.
like right.
Damn.
I have been grilling Ray about the actual definition of the word eldritch.
Liger's definition of the word eldritch.
It's the dictionaries.
Which
Incredible.
dictionary, huh?
It just
Yeah, that's right.
Ghostly, dude.
Okay.
Alright, it's the creature's turn.
So that's your turn. Creature's turn. It's going to. Let me go
do-
ahead. I'm gonna roll something really quick, just to determine something. Okay. It's going to go ahead and swing at Connie. Connie? What's your AC?
14.
Okay, that's a hit. Let me go ahead and roll
Woohoo!
damage. Okay, Connie, you take 5 damage as this creature in the shape, this thing in the shape of a man, reaches out and touches your head, and your mind is filled with things that should not be. You get flashes of places and people that aren't yourself. You get things that are wrong and twisted, and like the most clear vision you have of yourself of this is this strange sensation that you're looking at yourself when all you can see is like a terrifying, like multicolored anthropomorphic lion person in a mobster suit, yelling and screaming at a cowering subordinate. Connie, next time the next, please mark down on your character sheet that the next time that you roll intimidation, you have both proficiency and advantage.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
A lobster?
Sorry,
Wait,
did we have time to
like a
heal
lion,
after
like a multicolored lion
Yeah.
creature, like a Keelan.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not.
Kieran.
That's not even. Okay.
Did Connie get to heal after?
Or it's closer to it's like a dog. It's like a dog lion thing. Come on.
It's a
Yes, no, you did heal. You did
even-
get that short rest in.
Okay.
You are at max HP right now, or you were at max HP,
Thank you.
and that does bypass your rages. Like it is not slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing damage. It is psychic damage.
Okay, yeah. All right, all done.
Okay. That is who is next on the turn order. I believe it is Junko.
Isn't it the creature next?
No, the creature just took its turn.
Oh, right, sorry.
Yeah, it just did things to your brain.
Yeah.
It was just so little damage that I didn't even notice.
You don't want to see this thing rolling. Sorry, what was that, Junko?
I went 15, then 15.
Okay, that's fine. Do you want to cast anything really quick? Like, do you have any damaging cantrips or anything like that you want to cast, or any damaging spells? or even like maybe like a
Oh, yeah,
support
sure.
creature.
I would like to use my crossbow.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an attack. Add your dexterity modifier and your proficiency modifier.
Is my proficiency the circle with the dragon?
Yes, it'd be your proficiency at this point should be +2. So +2 plus +2, and then plus whatever your dexterity modifier is. Okay, and
Only
8
8.
unfortunately is not going to cut it. So it kind of like scatters, like it. You take a shot, and it would normally have hit it, but it like the creature itself like almost like skitters, like I said, it's like a tape repeating, and like it jerks back, and like the bolt goes wide. With that, it's
End
Yumu's
turn.
turn. Yeah.
All right. How close can I get to this thing before I run out of? I've got 40 feet.
I mean, you could potentially like use a key point to step at the wind as like a bonus action.
I don't want to
But
use my key point for that though.
yeah, step of the wind is like it's fine if you really need to be moving, get somewhere, but like just to close distance like that is like not great. If you want, I can go if you want to roll do an acrobatics roll to kind of like flip over the little thing that you're in front of, like the little wall section, or the fence.
I'll do that because I got a +5.
Yeah, so like you would be able to like if you did that, I would say yeah, you could absolutely get like right here, but if you succeed that roll. So go ahead and roll me
Okay.
that DC 15.
Oh, that's a 12.
That's fine. Just treat it as difficult terrain, so you'll move over it like half as fast. So it'll
Yeah.
take you 10 feet of movement to get over it.
Uh-huh.
So you would be able to get like right in here, kind of. You
Okay, and
wouldn't
I've got
quite be
40
able to
feet of
close.
movement.
Oh, 40 feet of movement. Yeah, you got it. Never mind. You're good.
Okay,
Sorry,
nice.
I
So
completely forgot about the base movement speed change for Monk.
you're good. So am I like right here?
Yeah, and you can
Okay.
go ahead and slug this thing as much as you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop off my key point so I can do flurry of blows.
Okay, go ahead. Roll me
Okay,
3 attacks.
And I am using my brass
Brass
knuckles this
knuckles.
time.
Okay, which attacks are you using it on? Because you can.
So the way it works is I get a -1 each successive time that I use it. Like first time's fine, second time -1, third time -2, right?
Yes, for a +1 on your damage roll.
I'll go ahead and use it for the first 2 and then hold off on the third.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. That is a 10 on the first one.
It does not hit.
Okay. And second one is a 6.
That is not going to hit. So that third one is going to be at your full modifier.
Okay.
Sorry, that last one is going to be at your full modifier.
Yes. Okay. And 24.
Yeah, 24 hits. Go ahead
Okay.
and roll me damage.
Okay. That's just going to be a D4 plus
Dexterity.
Yeah, I thought so. 1 second.
Yep, martial arts die has not increased yet.
Okay. That's going to be 5.
5. Okay, I'll go ahead and note that down. Once again, you're punching through this thing, and like it's like you saw what it did to Connie, where it like reached through it, and you're not getting that from your fist. You're touching it, and it's not like blasting your brain or whatever the hell it did to Connie. But like it is once again, it's like you're punching like oobleck or like a non-Newtonian like fluid. It's like it's hard on impact, and then you're sinking in a little bit.
Yeah, I like to imagine that's why I missed the first 2 because I thought I was like almost connecting, but not quite.
Yeah. So give me 1 second here. I'll mark down that damage. You said 5?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, and that's the turn order. We're gonna go ahead and transition back inside. You see Hase, who has introduced herself at the beginning of her speech as Mitsuko Hase. As she kind of starts to like abandon the sort of actually, as this happens, go ahead, Kitaro, go ahead and roll me either a deception, a stealth, or a performance check.
Let's see. I think. Oh wow. Yeah, stealth is my best one here.
Okay.
That is a 21 total.
Her eyes kind of like pass over the crowd, and her eyes just pass right over you.
Damn. Okay.
As she sees like her whatever she did with like the pattern on the wall, whatever spell she cast, she kind of like lets go of like the facade of this being just a business thing. She says, she stands up and like almost like coos, and like you can hear like a sort of like lisp enter into her voice. It's like her S's are a little bit elongated, as if, like she's having trouble speaking.
She's one of the stick ladies! Yay! Wait, oh, bad.
When y'all were writing this down in the notes, I was like, she's obviously someone we're gonna have to fight. So I'm like, do we even bother writing it down?
we hear a ghostly echo saying, "This is kind of hot, right?"
It's a little hot. As she sort of starts to be like, now we here at Mirai's Software Solutions are your family. We are your only family. When the coming merge happens, when the dimensions fold in upon each other,
For the record, Kitaro is going, shit, maybe was Chris always one of them?
We will be the bright beacon that illuminates the future. It is through our leadership that humanity will survive. The leadership and knowledge, the expertise that we will bring, the safety that we will bring the members of our family.
How quietly can I get out my pneumatic gauntlet?
You just kind
Hold
of
on.
slip your
Am I
hand.
still currently charmed?
You are still currently charmed. Go ahead.
Okay.
You hear dimensional merge, and you go ahead and roll me. Roll me a wisdom.
They claim they're going to be the.
Yes, exactly.
The
go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Shit. With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage.
Who knows?
Let's see what happens here.
If this
Oh,
snaps
baby.
him out of it, it'll be so good.
Let's see. Oh, 16.
You snap the fuck out of it. What are they talking about? That's your bag, you motherfuckers.
Excuse me, but with the dimensional merge.
Oh god, and now I'm like, he
The
was gonna die.
Charizard Gecko will be the savior of this dimension.
Chex is just screaming in the back of your head like, kid, this lady doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. You gotta take her the fuck out of here. This is your bag.
I challenge you as a transdimensional being. You are here to destroy this dimension, and I am its protector.
Give me 2
I was
seconds
like,
here.
I'm
I'm bringing you back down a little bit here, Don.
I didn't know Fiend was doing that. That wasn't me.
Oh, incredible.
I just thought it was dramatically appropriate.
Yeah, of course.
No, it was. That was how much power was swelling through Chris's chest at that moment.
You hear like you like see like the like Maruko. God, let me make sure I'm saying that right. You see Mitsuko like kind of like start like this is clear, like she's clearly been doing this for a while, like this has been a rehearsed speech up until this point, and she's like very thrown by this like incredibly large interruption, and especially in this direction. of what's going on. And
I
she
definitely have an opportunity to put on my
You
And
didn't
she-
expect to have a dimensional champion in the audience.
He like kind of like looks back and forth a little bit, and she's like, "Wait, you're actually like you? Wait, are you're not with like the main branch, right? Like you're not. What's going on? She give me a second. I'm gonna.
I am with all branches. I am the defender of the dimensions.
Sorry, I'm not taking your prey, right? Is what she's thinking.
Yeah, like she's like, did I?
Did you have
Like,
dibs?
I
My
thought
bad.
I thought this was my thing. This was like my dimension.
The dimensional merge will bring the good together and destroy the evil. You will meet all of your favorite characters.
She's like she's just like she hears this and she's like she makes it. You can see her making a decision. Right, you're just crazy. Anyways,
Yeah.
she's going to go ahead
Calling me
and
crazy.
what do I? What
you're
is
a
she?
snake.
What exactly does she do in this situation? Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna move some stuff over. I gotta get a bit of
Remember when we
reference.
thought there wasn't going to be a fight?
Detdet.
Yeah.
Can I roll either performance or persuasion against her?
Yes.
You've got a captive audience, man. If you want to go, you roll persuasion or performance.
No, that whole
They're
speech
both the
was part of
same,
it.
so-
It has
Okay,
to
go
be,
roll it out. Roll it out.
Boy, I really wonder what's behind this door I opened.
I only got a 12.
All right, I'm gonna have her. I'm gonna have her roll.
Taking
What
you a
is
really
her?
long time to
What
open
if
that
what is
door.
her charisma? All right. She rolled a nat 4 on the die.
Oh.
God damn.
You kind of see like
No.
You have a new
you
disciple.
catch like a bunch of the people around. Like we're gonna narrate this from Kitara's perspective. Kitaro, you're looking around as these two like incredibly ridiculous. Like you're just like this is not where you thought you were going to be when you woke up this morning. You didn't know where you thought you would be. It's not here. It's not doing this. And you see like slowly as Christopher continues on his tirade, as he goes on about like the evil and the good, the destruction of the evil and the merging of the good, of like having access to all of your favorite characters. And you see like the gaze of like the stunned, like charmed gaze of like the people in like the audience slowly start to like shift towards Christopher. And you see them
Uh-oh.
say, like, the evil and the good, all of our favorite characters.
Like, listen, in the back of my head, if he turns this into his own cult, I'm like, well, that's not the worst case scenario, at least.
He just has them hang out he has them hang out in the comments section of his webcomic. That's like all this turns into.
They all become members of the occult club.
If you wish to
Chris
know
just
more,
becomes-
read
also-
my comic.
Chris
Yeah,
becomes
yeah. You say, read his comic. Like Tsuyoshi, go ahead and give me a like. You're like he's starting to like yell. He's yelling very loudly at this point. Go ahead and roll me a active perception check to see if you can hear it, because you're on like you're listening for like noises. You're listening for things coming back and forth.
That's a 5.
Yeah, you don't hear shit, man. You're in there. There's no one on the other side.
Wow,
You open the door. There's no one on the other side of it. You are in the office.
Tsuyoshi
You are
has
running-
severe earwax
you-
build up right now.
You know what?
No,
He is doing
Tsuyoshi-
something. That's
Tsuyoshi-
fair enough.
Tsuyoshi, you are sitting here. You have had a string, like you have swung hard on some of these things before, and you haven't had a great success record with that. You are here, you are inside, there's going off without a hitch. Everything is going to plan. Finally, a win for you. And you walk into the office.
Has anyone called in on the walkie-talkie to report any?
No
of this?
one has done
Certainly
it.
not up to this
And-
point. Nope.
Yeah, and Kitaro
Okay.
doesn't have the option, and I don't think Christopher's thinking
Doesn't
about
have
it.
A walkie is the only one who'd be calling about it.
Yeah.
If he
Yes.
had one.
Yes.
Yo, there's some shit going on in here, is what I would be saying.
Christopher's
what's in
too
this
busy
room?
inviting this snake woman to join him in the glory of the light of the dimensional merge.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to ask Christopher and Kitaro to roll initiative.
No, what's in the room? Tell me what's in the room.
Oh, you see an office in the there's an office in the room.
Oh wow, I got a fucking.
You walk into
an
an office. There's like it's like a small like kind of alcove office. There's like a door. There's like a couple windows. There's no other real like. It's just this up here. This is like you're assuming this is like Mitsuko's office as it's like the only one that's like kind of up here. Like there's the other staff rooms over in like the other side, but this is like clearly where the important decisions get made. Like you don't have like some random nobody at the top instead of like the guy in charge.
Is there a computer on the desk?
There is a computer on the desk. It is off at the moment, and it's like the lights are off in the office. It's dark. There's some papers lying around, but you would need to like. If you want to go ahead and roll me an investigation check, or if you want to check the computer, like if you want to check the papers first, roll me investigation. If you want to check the computer, just go ahead and turn that on, and then I'll have you roll me a hacking check.
Shit. They're about the same.
He's in.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, it's your preference. Where do you want to start here?
I'm gonna start with the papers, and I got a 9.
I mean, you're flipping through the papers. Do you turn the light on or not? Because it's dark in here. It's like it is starting to be fully night. Like you're getting a little bit of light from the street, from the windows, but it's like you're.
I knew I forgot something from the backpack.
A flashlight?
There is no flashlight.
Oh man,
Wow.
I guess I'll turn
Hey, you
on
have the abyss
light.
eye.
The abyss eye doesn't currently do anything.
Wait, you've got advantage if it's dark, don't you?
Yeah, I mean,
oh my god, he did promise that.
Yeah, I did do that.
Absolutely have advantage.
I was waiting for you to realize. I was waiting for you to remember. I was gonna bring it up. Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Again.
Yeah,
Liger, you're no longer allowed to make fun of me for being eldritch anymore.
Yeah. Roll that advantage.
For reminding you.
So this one's an 8.
Okay. What's second dice?
No, the first one was a 9.
Oh.
This one's an 8.
You're like, it's finally time. You've heard all these stories about like sailors and how they would wear eye patches, and that's like half of like why you were wearing the stupid fucking eye patch in the first place, other than the fact that it looked sick. And you're like, it's finally time, and you like swing back and you reach back and you swap it over to the other eye, and you're like, oh, it's my moment, and it's still just as fucking dark as you thought before. Like the gauze must have let in enough light that you did not adjust your eyesight has not adjusted at all. You're reading through it and you're getting snippets of words, but like the light's so inconsistent that you're having trouble.
I'll turn on the light.
No.
And okay, what did you guys end up rolling for initiative?
20. A nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay. 20.
Yeah, 23
12.
total.
Okay,
I guess
so
I'll also roll initiative.
no, not yet. Not yet. You're not down. You're not in this situation yet. You are upstairs. You are separate.
He's rolling initiative on those papers.
Okay. Go ahead and put down Barry. Go ahead and put down a 10 for initiative for Mitsuko.
Let's go.
So she is going to be going last. It'll be Kitaro, Christopher, and you know what? This feels appropriate. This really does feel like the correct order for this initiative to have gone down in.
Oh, Barry, can you edit the one before?
Yeah. Just edit the one before, and then add like the initiative for the interior fight.
Working on it. The creature got an 8, right?
8 on the dice, 10 total.
Okay. Wait, so Mitsuo and the creature are the same?
Mitsuko. Yeah, Mitsuko is the creature. The creature rolled an 8 on the dice. The creature rolled an 8. Mitsuko rolled a 10. She rolled an 8 on the dice. I thought maybe I had said that out loud, which is why you had said that.
No worries. Is it that?
I wasn't expecting to fight a Snurson today.
Always expect a Snurson.
Well, don't worry, you won't. We're actually going to go ahead and call it here. because it's getting a little bit late.
No.
Okay.
We got our
It's
initiative
going-
down.
Join my harem that I care not for.
Oh, what? That's where we're going? What happened to not being
No.
wanting a romance quest?
I got reincarnated as an interdimensional
Look.
being.
Chris has
Reincarnated as a
played.
Christopher.
Chris has played at least one pirated version of Leisure Suit Larry, so he's got some ideas.
Okay, gotcha.
Chris has played so many dating sims. It's not even funny.
Mhm.
But he plays them to min max them.
Yeah,
Efficiencies out the dating games.
yeah. He has
Oh.
like clocked Shinji Ikari Racing Simulator like so many times. It is-
He has seen every ending of Fate so many times. Hold on, when did Fate come out? Hold on.
I think it was around the
I do
90s.
believe you had
Good.
time.
I'm pretty sure that was in the 90s, but let's see.
okay.
Oh,
I gotta go. But
Yeah.
Bye,
Go ahead.
we are
Vinny.
wrapping now.
yeah, we are
Yeah.
absolutely
Yay.
wrapping. You guys
Thank you for
take
playing.
care. Thank you for stopping by. Before you leave, Fiend, let the people know
Nah, that
where they
must
can
be
find
something
you.
I've done before.
Oh yeah. I'm on Blue Sky. Phoenix Fiend. If you search those 2 words, you should find me. And other places and things and stuff. I'll update you if anything changes. See you guys.
All right.
Bye,
For sure.
Fiend.
See you, Fiend.
Bye.
Wow.
Bye. Oh my
Uh,
god, Canon was out back then. I
Incredible.
played Canon.
Incredible. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do our usual wind down now that we're doing that with now that Fiend's gone ahead and done it. Liger, where can we find you?
At Limitless Liger on Twitch.tv. Yeah, I stream. Getting real close to that 200 goal. Looking forward to that. Catch me on the flip side. I don't know how to be cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
What do the kids say?
None of us do.
You're playing Tsuyoshi. That's just bleeding over.
Skibbity Riz.
Skibbity Riz. Barry, can we find you somewhere? Do you want to be found anywhere?
Please don't find me. No, you can. If you look around under the name Yumberry and you see a puppy cat, that's me.
Wow, crazy. Saw, where can
That's
we
all I
find
got for you.
you? Saw.
Stop.
Saw.
Oh
Saw.
shit! Fuck.
Where can we find you, Saw?
Where can people find me? You can just find me anywhere. Just watch any of these guys' streams. I'll be there.
So
Fantastic.
That's cool.
Hear me. Where can we find you? That's not Struggle Punk 1.
So you can find me anywhere you can find Hiramis. You can also find my comic at checksthecharizardgecko.geocities.com.
Really?
You can also find me on Struggle Punk 3.
Ray, where can we
What
find
is
you?
with your refusal to plug yourself?
It's really I've just accepted it at this point. There's nothing to be said.
You can find me
Because I
at
don't fucking stream.
You can
I'm
find
not a
me at
streamer
Hear
as
Me
well.
at twitch.tv. I am the best streamer that has ever existed.
Congratulations. Excellent work. Excellent work.
Look, I did at least say you can find me in most places you find Hear Me.
Well, yeah, but I'm also saying that I'm Hear Me
But
and I'm the
also,
best
at this
streamer
point,
ever.
If you Google Hear Me, you get like this weird Roblox thing.
Oh, that's
Is that
fucking
also
oh,
you?
that's gross.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's not me. I don't know what the fuck it's supposed to be. Like, I don't understand it. But
All right. And Human, where can we find you if you want to be found?
Search up HYCYBH to find me.
I don't.
HYCYBH, was that right?
Yes.
The
What is
Tom
that?
Cardi song?
oh,
Have you checked your butthole?
Okay, I see. Yes, I
Incredible.
remember this guy. Yeah, he was talking about him.
Incredible. All right. Thank you guys all so much for showing up. Boy, I tell you what a fucking
Oh.
lot of reveals here, a lot of twists.
I can't
development.
wait for next session. I'm
Yeah.
going to
I'm-
make this snake lady my follower.
I mean,
Chris,
listen, if you go for
Chris,
it, I'll support
hearing
it.
me, you have no idea how much I wanted to leak that like the cult was actually about the dimensional merge until now. You have no idea.
I was like, as soon as you started saying that shit, I was like, can I get a roll to snap out of it? Because
Oh,
this-
absolutely.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Really-
Like I
Imagine
saw
if
you
you-
fail that save and I'm like, this is the funniest shit in the world.
Look, this could have gone two different directions. Either I was going to take over, or I was going to end up a real part of the cult.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being part of the cult and you don't even realize that like they're talking about you?
I don't know, crime boy. How does it feel? Anyways,
Oh,
all right.
man.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for showing up.
Thank you, everyone, for
I have no
coming.
idea.
Bye.
I'll let you guys know
you.
as soon as we figure out the
Goodbye.
schedule for the next time. But in the meantime,
Oh, I cannot wait.
God.
Oh,
Oh
man.
wait, I almost forgot.
CoolMathGames.com.
Do we want to raid anyone? Is anyone live still? No, no one is live. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.